go from here? The world crumbles, ravaged by the decisions of those with money and power. The effects of climate change, both here in Tizerath and in our real world, cause significant harm to livelihoods and lives. Families torn apart, friendships destroyed, loved ones killed. The people calling out for change are beginning to recognise the problem. Workers uniting, downing their tools, marching upon the powers that be and saying enough is enough. But will that message in itself be enough? Let's find out in the final episode of These Lands Call for You.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons to raise money for charity. My name is Dagmar Vaidman. I am your host, and tonight we delve into the fantastical story of These Lands Call for You for the last time. It is our series finale, our last mini campaign in a while before we get into the big one. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. Of course, I am not doing this on my own. I am once again going to be joined by my fellow players. The luckiest man in the world, Danny Stones. The most badgery person on the stream, Hannah Ayub. The most invested in terms and conditions, Alex Holt. And our dungeon master, the most incredible Sam Langford.
I finally get a little bit of
There they
positivity about me. It's awesome. Finally.
Finally, yeah. Well, it's the last time you're DMing this campaign. I'll start being mean to you again in about 20 seconds. How's everyone doing? Hannah, glad to have you back for the finale.
Glad to be back.
Good. Yeah, announcements. I don't think we have that many. We are still raising money for Letters to a Pre-Scientist. So if you have some money to give, please do support us. I believe we have a bot now, which is going to be posting links to the charity.
If I've set it up right, then it'll do its job. But yeah.
We'll find out. I'll keep an eye on the chat. If not, I'll be posting it.
Is it a Conrad?
I'm not saying it, but yeah, look, it's just done it in the chat there. There you go.
Oh, look at that! We've got a bot. If you say hello, it will talk to you. So I don't have to.
I mean, it'll talk to you. I just don't know if it'll give us the automatic link that I've tried to get it to do. So
that's fine. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that.
But yeah, we'll change it to Conrad. That's the name of it.
Sure. Other things, we've turned ads off. So that's good. If you're not subscribed and you're joining the stream for the first time, you will still see an ad. There's nothing we can do about that. But we're not going to be supporting the turf game anymore. We're not going to be making any money if the ads that play at the beginning as well. So just wanted everyone to be aware of that. Full transparency. We'll turn ads back on when it's no longer supporting anti-Semitism and transphobia. Other things, we've got our charity one shot, not this Friday, but next week Friday. It's a week later than usual. Alex Evans is going to be DMing Mothman Must Die for myself, Sam, Alex, and a fourth player who will be announced tomorrow, Sam? Fantastic. So you've already seen possibly our three characters. Guess which one is which, I suppose, on the Twitter. And yeah, we're really looking forward to that. It'll be at 7 p.m. on the 24th. I don't think we've got any other announcements.
We did have our giveaway.
Oh yeah, our giveaway. We did have our giveaway. I forgot to pull up what the actual character idea is. We ran a giveaway. We'll be getting in touch with the winner of said giveaway. They have won a mug. That was not what we were meant to see, Sam.
That was my performance.
Yep. Gary is once again fired.
That was fully me.
I am... Okay, well. I was trying to still be nice to Sam, but I guess he doesn't want that. The winner of the giveaway, getting around to it, is the fantastic Alex Blanchard, who has been on the show before with their idea of Faye Nem, a gnomish transmutation wizard who, in the patronizing style of some physicists, proudly proclaims that all magic is transmutation. And they said we can fight amongst ourselves who's going to play that character, so
We'll
we'll
figure it out.
have a fight later, I guess. Probably end up playing that one in April.
Yeah, for another really, really stupid one shot that we got the details.
It will
about
be
today.
great. It's gonna be fun. So congrats, Alex. Thank you for participating. We will be in touch. You get a mug. That's all of our announcements now, I believe. In which case, Sam, let's get into the story.
Last time on These Lands Call for You, the gang travelled to. I love calling you the gang. It makes it sound like it's the Scooby Gang, like you're out of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I was thinking more Always Sunny in Philadelphia, destroying everything that we encounter.
Before we get, who would be who from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia out of you four?
I have never seen it, so I don't know.
Gulo is Danny DeVito.
Gulo is Dennis. I was going to say
That's all I can say. I've only seen like 4 episodes.
I would.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Sorry, who was Gulo? Did you say Dennis?
Yeah. Danny DeVito.
Oh, right. I was thinking of a different character. Anyway, Dennis and Danny DeVito are 2 very different characters in that show. So Dennis is more of a murderous psychopath, so Badger. And yeah, Danny DeVito for Gulo. Yeah. The gang headed to Shorus's cavern to try and make contact with the 4th and final of the Great Dragons. In the morning, they received a delivery from Dreamstone, which turned out to be, from the Draconic Oath, but which turned out to be new robes, which included the Dreamstone logo and the long-standing phrase of connecting all of Tezzerath. You got accosted by some kids outside who were annoyed that you were associated with Dreamstone in any way. And then you flew off towards the caverns, where you spoke to some comrades, met Lady Cyrilla, listened to them talk about the money that they were giving over to the Draconic Oath before diving into the caverns. You were told by the personal assistant for Lady Cyrilla that she was lying about her plans for Dreamstone and that the dragon Shorus was dying. After heading into the caverns, you were offered some things on sticks by a rot troll and decided to punch some ogres. You burned that place to the ground, chainsawed someone's leg off, and Spirit Guardians did a whole bunch of damage before heading into the cavern at the bottom, where you convinced lots of little comrades to down tools and that their actions were harming the shareholders of Dreamstone, which is based on their programming. They really want to make as much money as possible for the shareholders. But you fought a giant version of a Conrad who wanted to do things for the greater good. Destroyed him very quickly. And then watched as a giant purple tapeworm erupted from Shorus and disappeared into the mountainside. And your 4 dragons gave themselves up as a sacrifice to restore Shorus to full health, or at least to health. Lady Cyrilla then stopped time, came in, gave a dramatic speech. It was all very sad and over the top. And then left alongside the doppelgangers of Lucky Goodmarch and Gulo Snowborn, their real counterparts waking inside some cells in a place they didn't quite know. And Lady C was heading off again. And that's where we pick back up again. So we're going to pick up with Badger and Rat at this point. You are in the cavern at the bottom of Shorus's cavern. You have the dragon there. The 2 of you, Blub, Lucky, Gulo, and Lady Cyrilla have kind of left this space at this point. They're not too far away, but they have left this specific cavern. What would you like to do?
Badger is going to take out the spell scroll of Wish.
Okay.
unroll it, and turn to Rot. Say, give me one reason why I shouldn't blow her head up right now.
I think we should save the wish scroll for the future. There's so much else we could do with it.
She's killed our friends. She's killing the dragons, the land. She's the reason our dragons are gone. Why shouldn't we just kill her now?
Because she's just one person. Killing her might not do anything. It might keep going.
And you hear the voice of Shorus going, at the end of the day, Rat's right. You get rid of one head, another just sprouts in its place.
We need to do something to dismantle the whole structure.
I suppose you're right. Just look at the scroll. And roll it back
Let's
up.
put the scroll away for now.
Yeah. Roll it back up, stick it back in my pocket.
Okay. Are you staying in this space? Is there anything you would like to do? Or sure, yeah.
Well, how do we take them down? If it's just the two of us.
What are our options right now?
Well, we're in this mountain cave. Dreamstone headquarters is right outside.
Fairly close by,
right, Sam? Fairly close, yeah.
And do we know that Gulo and Lucky are at the headquarters?
We don't know where they are.
You know we're alive though because the dragons were looking off into the distance or something when they were talking to us.
They were saying wherever you are, which could also imply you're dead.
So the two things that were said were Lucky's dragon was very sad that they didn't get a chance to say goodbye, and Gulo's dragon Gear said to follow what the white dragon had always said and that they need to stop this. But before we go any further on, have you seen the conversation in the chat?
Yeah, I hate it. And I used the word hey, and now Nightbot's talking to me, Sam.
Hey, hello, hi, it will chat. But aren't there taste buds on the anal epithelium in every human is the conversation that's going on just now. Because Hogan has asked that we don't kill Lady C, that we just wish that she has taste buds in her arse. So, I guess, is that a donation thing?
We can just, you're the DM, you can just declare that she has taste buds in her ass from a previous, accident, scientific accident or something.
No, she doesn't. But yeah, you know that the other place is quite close by, you don't know where Gulo and Lucky are right now. All you know is that your dragons have disappeared, the two doppelgangers have left.
Yeah.
And we've got a dragon with us.
Yeah, there's a big dragon, which was dying and now is less dying.
And also a giant...
Duckmar's having a great time.
Giant purple worm disappeared into the mountain as well.
Also that, yes.
Can we just ignore the worm?
Probably
we'll
should,
come back
because
and
the
deal
DM
with the
hasn't read
later.
for that.
Sam, let us fight the tapeworm! Let us fight the tapeworm, damn it!
All I'm hearing...
If we spend the next 3 hours fighting a tapeworm...
Okay.
All I'm hearing is
Danny,
tapeworm
I'm
sequel.
sorry, Hannah and I have a plan. We have to go fight this worm. We'll come
okay.
back to you some other time.
Can I pitch an alternative here? Instead of killing the tapeworm, you dune ride it to the headquarters.
We have lost our mounts.
Exactly. There's just
Right,
giant
so
tapeworm
fight the
descending
tapeworm.
on Dreamstone.
I think we should ask Shoraz what Shoraz thinks we should do, because I think Badger and Broth are
if you look at it on the screen just now, Badger does look like Timothy Chalamet, right? From the most recent Dune movie.
How dare you?
Am I going to have to make art of this? Just
Yes.
it just says ride the worm.
worm.
Worm with Badger and rat on a worm.
On a big tapeworm.
And we've now changed it that Alex Blanchard doesn't get to choose what mug they get. They just get the Ride the Worm mug that will inevitably come out on the show.
I think they'd be happy with that.
Turning back to...
I think we should ask Shoros what Shoros thinks we should
Turning back to
Sam.
Shoros will say, well, you have been hard at work travelling these lands. You came to me last. You've rallied the peoples. And I'm sure that they're probably not too far away. Getting word out to all of Tezzerath is the only way to stop. And Badger, if you think back to when you mentioned tax evasion, the media didn't care. Because the media are not going to report on things that to them are trivial. But what really matters is public sentiment and public anger. And the last thing Shoros will say is, use their own against them.
Damn it, neither of us have a Dreamstone.
But if we break into headquarters...
Maybe we can find one of the little Conrads and get them to send out a message. And then we break into headquarters and do what we did to the boat, but to a building.
I don't think I could drive a building.
Well, I just meant we burn it.
Driving a building at the sea.
Would you wish Dreamstone headquarters is a boat?
that's the great use of that scroll. What are you doing then?
Yes.
Are you staying where you are, or are you going to head out?
I guess we'll head out. Sure,
So
as
we're
if
not
the worm
wishing it
comes
to
back, like, try to kill it or something, I guess, but otherwise we'll see you
Yeah,
later.
I'm going to stay here and have a nap. I don't have any sort of voice for this dragon. It is just fucked.
It's just Sam. This
I
dragon's
am
Sam.
fucked this week, so it works. You start to head out. You pass by the musical puzzle that you passed through. You are able to head past the burning remains of the tavern in a cavern. The one-legged dead ogre on the ground, and just the remains of all the rotten things on sticks. And with that, we will switch over to Lucky and Gulo. You have awoken each in a single cell. You're not in the same cell together. It is a very brightly lit, like strange kind of flickering blue lights that you can imagine in a prison cell. There are no windows. There is a bed, a small toilet, an iron door with a grate on it. And that's all you can really see.
Have we had any food at this point?
Not yet. You've only just woken up. They haven't fed you yet.
Okay. I will first of all inspect my surroundings for any obvious flaws or weaknesses in this building. And that is a 14 investigation.
With 14, you'll notice that the toilets are kept very clean. They have kept this place in immaculate order. The doors look as though they are reinforced but old, as though this building has been here a while. There's a grate inside of it, so if you want to, you could look outside. The tile work in the room is again clean, but not in its best condition.
Okay. And is Shiver with me?
Shiver's not actually familiar, right? So, like, you...
Shiver's just a fox until I summon the spirit into
then,
them.
Yes, the fox is with you.
Okay. Like, there, Shiver. It's going to be okay. I have thoughts.
Okay. Are you acting on those thoughts right now, or shall we?
So I think my plan is for now is I'm going to wait for food because.
Lucky, what are you doing?
Hello? Hello?
Can I hear Lucky?
Badger? Right? Gulo?
You will hear that, but you'll
Anyone
also
else?
hear
Blub?
you'll
Are you
also hear
there?
another voice going, "Hello, hello."
Hello?
You...
Who's that?
Also, I'm here as well, Lucky, by the way.
Oh, hello, Gulo.
So you'll hear this other voice from the other side, whose name I cannot remember, but they do have a name. They are. I'm Angelina. What are you doing here?
Well, I don't really know. We was doing a play, you see, and then we went to bed, and now we're here.
It was getting rave reviews.
Do you think this is some kind of acting initiation ceremony?
I thought maybe that it was critics.
Oh yes, I bet it's critics.
Just to be clear, it's neither critics nor hazing. This is Dreamstone.
Oh,
that makes also a lot of sense.
that makes sense.
Both.
That's why the bed looks so comfortable.
Oh,
It's a double sprung mattress. I've had a great night. You'll feel well rested.
memory foam.
How long have you been in here, Angelina?
It's hard to tell. Time doesn't really mean a lot to me in here.
Well, I know there's not like a clock or anything, I suppose, but how many times have you gone to sleep, had a meal delivered?
Well, they give you meals 3 times a day. I haven't had one yet. Are
they any good?
They're fantastic. At least I like them. But I'd say...
How many meals have you had since you got here?
I'd probably say about 15.
Okay, so that's 5 days. Okay.
Also, who are you, by the way? I think this is a pertinent question to ask.
Oh, let's get my book out. As I said, I'm Angelina. Angelina Poppers is the name. I wasn't expecting to introduce Angelina just now for some reason. And
So, is this the PA we met, or is this someone we've not encountered before?
No, they were like.
Okay, just checking.
So this is Angelina Poppers. Oh yeah, I was brought in here against my will. Just doing a job for my boss. And
who's your boss?
My boss is their name's CLB.
That's not a name. Those are letters.
That's their name. Like.
Maybe it's CLB, like it's the second seal.
Oh, maybe.
It's kind of like, BLT. It's like that, but I don't.
Your boss is a sandwich.
Yeah, I've never been told what their full name is. I just know them as CLB.
Cucumber, lettuce, banana.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
What is your line of work?
I'm a private investigator.
Oh.
Oh.
Now, this may be a daft question, but what exactly were you investigating?
I'm afraid that's confidential business, that is.
It was Dreamstone, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, are you folks making to get out of here?
That's the plan, yes.
Well, it doesn't look like there's much of a way out, and I'm a good investigator.
Have you investigated the toilets?
Yeah, they're very clean, aren't they?
Well, what I mean is, have you seen this play called The Redemption of Shawshank?
I believe I have.
It starred a young Billy Bass.
Billy Bass. Sure, he's...
Oh, was that the one with Morgan Freedwarf?
I believe so.
Billy Bass, sure they've not been around for a long time. Whatever happened to them?
Oh, they're doing well. They're working with Parlin over at the Cove.
Oh.
They still try their hand at acting
Oh,
now and
a
again.
wasted talent, I have to say. Anyway, Redemption of Shawshank. What's your thinking?
Yes. Well, I'm not going to put too fine a point on it, but my thinking is we go down the toilet.
That wasn't what happened in that film, I didn't think.
Well,
I mean, they play.
They ended up in the toilet eventually. We're just cutting out a few steps
Chiseling
involving,
through a wall.
you know, chisels and posters and.
It's like, okay, it's like, who's the pin-up model of this world? Go on, Sam. World building.
The
World
pin-up
building.
model of this world.
Who's the most
If we're
famous?
talking world building, Alex, you just implied that dwarves were once enslaved in this world with Morgan Free dwarf.
I don't know. Like Martin Freeman also has that name.
The pin-up is fuck, coming up with. I was
Hogan's giving you an easy one
Rita
to chat.
Hayworth or maybe Jessica Haringen.
Look, I don't think this part particularly matters, Gulo, because we don't need a way of getting to the pipes. There is a toilet right here.
I understand that you want to like get flushed away, but I don't think I can fit.
Well, we can come back for you. If at least one of us can make it out, we can rally people, say Dreamstone, who, let me remind you, are a company, not a law enforcement agency, have got people locked up.
I mean, it's a valid point. And then at this point, you hear a kind of, and then a little grate opens, and food is slid into each of your cells one in turn. No words being said back though. You just get the food.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just. What is the food for a start?
You'll be glad to know it's not things on a stick for once. Like we've got slightly different food for once. It is a lovely kind of gourd mash, so like a pumpkin mash, with a side of like what looks to be some sort of steak.
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to eat some of the food, but I'm going to leave a little bit of the mash. I just love Danny's face. It's just like, where's this going?
Can you roll me a d20
Okay,
to see if you enjoy
so,
it?
9.
Have you enjoyed the food?
Okay.
Like, it's really good, isn't it? Like this prison food.
I mean, for prison food, honestly, better than I was expecting.
I was going to give it a rave review, but fair enough. Okay. What you do?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, can I just listen out to see if there's like footsteps that when it was delivered?
Yeah, of course. Would you like to make me a perception check?
Nat 20.
Yeah, you can hear that there are 3 sets of footsteps in the space that you're in. Quite light.
Okay.
Footed.
Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just eat for a bit, just to sort of give enough time for them to leave the door. And then I'm going to put the tray sort of back in the position. I'm going to make the mash into like a little tent. And then I'm going to shout, like, there's bugs in my food. Why are there bugs in my food? And I'm going to polymorph like wild shape into a silverfish and hide in the little mash tent. So
you hear footsteps coming back. Whilst this is happening, Lucky, are you doing anything?
I am investigating the toilet, trying to see, how big it is and so on.
Yeah, make me a little investigation check.
That is... Oh, so 1 second, wrong tab. 20 on the not on the dice total.
you are able to inspect and see that the pipes at the bottom of this are probably wide enough that a halfling could squeeze through if they wanted to. You could full Shawshank it if you wanted. I was going back to Shawshank, like, you know when they were filming that, and there's, like, spoilers if you haven't seen the film, it's been out for 20 years, when he is crawling through the pipes of shit, that they had the actor crawling through what was, like, chocolate pudding, and he couldn't get the smell of chocolate pudding off himself for about 3 months. He just smelled like it.
Sam, I'm gonna break your heart. Shawshank came out in 1994. That was almost 30 years ago.
Well, even less spoilery then. Like, you should have seen it by now.
Yeah. That's like 50%.
I have
less
never seen
spoilery.
it, but it came out before I was born.
Thanks, Dagmar.
Oh god,
You're
you're
welcome.
even more of a baby
So,
than I
Lucky, you
thought.
can see that you could squeeze through if you were to rip the toilet out. You couldn't just, like, flush yourself, but you could if you were to get the thing off. There's footsteps coming back. You can hear that Angelina's going, "Silverfish? I can't see silverfish." The door will open and you will see this amphibious reptilian-looking humanoid. You couldn't place it as either a lizard folk or a grung. It's somewhere in between. And they will look around the room and then down at the tray. You're no longer there. So they are going to be a bit confused and be like, where have they gone? And could you make me a stealth check just to see if they are like...
Can it be
Yes,
an advantage because I
yes.
made the little tent?
Depends if they can see through mash.
Those are both shit rolls, so 8. Even an advantage.
So they look around and are confused as to where you are, but they do know that there are druids that they've been dealing with. So they look at the mash and just kind of like stick their fingers in and then pull you out and just kind of like flick you back into the room again. But they'll leave the tray with you.
In which case...
They'll leave the tray with
Fun.
you.
Okay, in which case, do I get a chance to do anything with while the door's open?
If you want to do that before they got... But whilst they were looking around, you absolutely can. But they know where you are.
Okay, it's like, fine, I was trying to be clever, and I'm just going to cast Conjure Animals, and I'm going to fill this fucking place with wolves.
Wolves. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me how it all works.
Okay, so... let's
Wait,
see.
can you cast in Wild Shape?
No, I would have dropped Wild Shape
Oh,
as I
okay.
was...
Sorry, I thought you were like even
Because
cooler.
them throwing a silverfish would have knocked me out of it anyway.
That's true.
So let's do it at 5th level, I think. So Conjure Animals. So let me get the wolves.
Can you
stats
also
up as
explain
well.
to me, conjure wolves, do they just apparate out of thin air?
Yeah. So it's basically, you summon fey spirits that take the form of beasts and appear in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. You can choose one of the following options, blah, 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 blah. 8 beasts of rating 1/4 or lower. A wolf is rating of 1/4. As I'm upcasting it, to 5th level, that means I can do twice as many. So there are now 16 white wolves outside of the room, and they're just going to go.
And are they
apeshit.
friendly to just to anyone who you identify as an ally, or are they?
Yeah, they're friendly to me and my
Okay.
companions.
And you are absolutely saying that any other creature here is an enemy.
I'm saying just take down these guards.
These cards. Okay.
Sam, you
No,
should
that's
have
fine.
expected
I'm
this.
just thinking about it. Like, how many wolves?
So it's
16 wolves to.
and they have pack tactics, so they all roll at
Okay.
advantage when they're attacking at the same.
Sure, let's go for it. We are Lucky. You are gonna stay where you are inside a locked room. We're gonna move over to a battle map, which I did not expect to do yet, but that's fine. Let's just make sure that other things are out the way and move them into the right position. Let's go. I'll need to put these fucking wolves onto this map at some point as well. And we'll get you to roll advantage for me. I'm gonna.
So, Sam, funnily enough, you've updated the maps, but on the screen share, we can still see everything as it was initially.
I don't know. It's because I. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, if I don't have that on the screen, then it will just remove it. So I need to remove not Gulo. Gulo's going to go back in. I'm going to remove Badger and Rat, and then add Gulo back into my tracker. They have all already rolled. But if you could, I would say at the moment, just Gulo roll me initiative. And Lucky, if you're still trying to get down this toilet, then that's fine. Angelina,
11.
Okay. Angelina is just enjoying her steak and mash, going, "This is interesting. What is going on?" Right, let's get some wolves onto this. If they've got pack tactics, are they all going to fight as one big mass of wolves?
I mean, what I've used in the past is what I think on my home game characters, like the conveyor belt method, so they can just like move in, move out, move in, just so they all get a strike in as needed. Almost like a wolf chainsaw, I suppose.
Sure. Okay, let's add the wolves in, and they get. Did you say they get advantage on this?
They have
On attack,
advantage
but not
to
on
attack
initiative.
if
Okay.
within. I think it's within 5 foot of another.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
It's like sneak attack
So-
rolls, essentially.
Yeah,
16
basically.
wolves are going to attack this one guard that just came into the room, and they're going to do it one by one. Let's get the stat block open for that. What are they going to do?
Okay.
They are.
I mean, shall we, for the sake of argument, shall we just use their flat damage?
What if they hit? Yeah, I'll do.
Their flat damage average. So that's just 7
I'm
each
just
time
gonna
they hit.
roll that. 1. Does the first one hit? 19. That hits. So that's 7. 23. That hits. 19. That hits. 12. That misses. So that is 21 points of damage.
Of wolf damage.
We got delayed audio. That's odd. That shouldn't.
Yeah,
be
apparently.
happening. So what happens there? They take 21 points of damage. That takes them down to that. Okay, and then the other that was 4. So I need to do that another 4 times. So much rolling.
I think you'll find you need to do it
Another
another
12
12
times.
times.
Another
there
12,
are 16
yeah.
wolves
Yep,
at
mhm.
advantage.
That is 2 hits. So the second guard is going to take 14 points of damage, which is going to take them down to that. And then the last one is going to take. Lucky, do say if you want to do it. I most would do this.
I'm gonna. I think this kicked off at the same time as I was making my plans. So I am going to go ahead with what I was going to do, which is wild shape into a rat and jump down the toilet.
It is
Shape
just
into
flushed
the-
away.
jump down the
Yeah.
toilet. Absolutely right. You can do that. You can head on into the sewers. That is 2 natural 20s and 2 misses. So that is 14 points of damage. 28 points damage. So that is going to take them down to that. And then that is one last round of 4 for the 16. Which is going to be 2 hits and a miss. So that is going to be another 14 points damage for the first one, which takes them down to this. So they get that first attack, which then brings us round to the next person in that round, which is going to be the third guard, who...
I'm just going to call out, you're all such good boys.
I love that it's the final episode and Sam's just fighting
Yep.
himself.
Yep. So good. Hopefully that audio lines up again. I don't know why that's doing it, because it's my microphone and your desktop audio that are coming through at the same time. But the third guard is going to head over to the wolves. Now, how do I want to hit these wolves? Are they going to be 16 individual wolves? Or is this going to be like 4 packs of 4? I'm going to do it as 4 packs of 4. which means that the it won't have moved. So I'll do it so that you can see it. There we go. And then back to this. They are gonna take. Right. They're gonna take a Holy Avenger attack against these wolves.
Jesus Christ.
So they're going to do that twice. So the first one is going to be a 10 to hit. That's going to... Well, actually, I have no idea. What is the armor class of 16 wolves?
The armor class of a wolf is 13.
So, yeah, it misses. And the second one is going to miss as well. So they're going to just, like, be confused by the 16 wolves and, like, completely miss. Fum, fum. That is going to bring us on to Gulo. That is your turn.
Okay, so are the guards dead?
Nope.
Or... Nope, okay. So, guess... I'm going to sort of wedge myself into the doorway here so he can't shut the door on me. Is my first priority.
He has just been attacked by like a whole bunch of wolves. He's not trying to lock you in again.
Yeah, I mean, just got to be careful in these things because then that'll be an extra hassle. What they wearing?
What are they wearing?
Yeah.
What or who?
They are wearing like they do have a kind of iron breastplate on. If that's what you're looking for, but
that'll do. That's what I needed to know. Let's cast a... Oh no, actually no, I'm not going to do that because that's a concentration spell. And that will lose me more wolves.
Yeah, don't use heat metal right now, Alex.
No. Okay, let's just go for a nice 4th level blight on this guy.
Okay.
I can't believe they were like, yeah, let's lock up 2 druids and not put them in like anti-magic cells.
Against a con save of 16.
Con save. They got a natural 1.
Yeah, so they take 28 points of necrotic damage.
Points of necrotic damage. That's going to take them down to... yeah, this one is not looking good. He's just trying to give over some like nice lunch and like attacked by 16 wolves and now this he's like barely staying up at this point. Okay, that would then bring us over to the wolves' turn in the initiative round, but before we do that, Lucky, where are you right now? You have turned yourselves into a rat and you are inside the pipes. Are you just legging it and running, or are you trying to get out?
Yeah, I'm aiming for outside.
Okay, you are able to...
Counting my little rat steps
Can
as I
you
go.
make me a survival check, please?
I can. 15.
You're able to follow the scent of the outdoors with this. With a keen rat nose, you're able to follow a left, a right, a left again, straight ahead for a while, and then a left, and you are shot out of a pipe with a flush of water from somewhere else in the HQ, and land in a soggy puddle outside of Dreamstone HQ. And as that happens, you can hear there is a rabble of noise coming from somewhere outside, like chanting. We'll go back to the wolves, who are going to take another 4 of them are going to attack the first guard, and that is going to be 2 hits and a miss. So that is going to be 14. You're going to watch as one of these wolves is flipped over by the other, like it's some sort of superhero movie style animation where one of them lies on their back like a Crufts dog, flips one of them towards the throat of this guard and just takes them down. They're out. So guard number 1 is gone, and that now brings us to guard number 2, and that's going to be 8 wolves, and that is going to be 4 hits, so that is going to be 28 points of damage, which is going to take them to that, and then another 4, which is a natural 20 and 2 hits, so that is going to be 28 points of damage, which again they are barely standing at this point. Yeah, they are not doing great. And the last one is also going to take 4 wolves. And that is going to be another natural 20 on the fuck you dice. So one of them's a natural 1, a natural 20, a miss, and a fail. So that is going to be 14, 21. So this one's like the one that's looking alright. He's the one that's in the cafe space at the back. Is looking okay.
Okay.
And that brings us over to guard number 1, who's gone. So guard number 2, who's the one that was in the cafe space, is just be like, what the fuck?
Go on, make a run for it. Take those attacks
I
of
think
opportunity.
they are going to run for it. They're going to watch, like, where did these 16 wolves come from all of a sudden? And so are going to try to make a run for it towards the entranceway. So they are going to make their way towards the entrance, but can be attacked with their attack of opportunity at that point.
Have they taken a disengage?
Sorry, are they grappled and like? No, they're
because
they're
they
not
would
disengaging, so they will take an attack.
From all the ones engaged,
which is
Well, and it needs to run through the corridor
yes.
of wolves.
So, me figuring out where 16 wolves are on this map, we'll just assume that there. We'll just assume that there are 12 of them. Another natural.
This is why I love this spell. It's just so stupid
Another natural
and amazing.
20 and 2 hits. So that is another. What was that? 4, 7, 28. So that is going to take them down to barely standing, and then I'm going to hit again. So if anything hits, hit. He's out. So that leaves the guard who's remaining. But it brings us to his turn again, and he is gonna watch that actually probably the wolves is not the way to go, and instead is gonna go towards Gulo, because you're right there. He's gonna watch his two friends are down, so he's gonna take an attack at you, and again that is gonna be the what did I call it? The Holy Avenger, which both miss. They have had a shit time. And that brings us to Gulo. How would you like to kill this last guard who just tried to serve you lunch?
I mean, I'm very sorry, but you did imprison me in the name of capitalism, and I can't really be doing with that. So let's go with let's just go with a little second level freezing ray. So that is 3 rolls to hit. I'm assuming that's a 20 for a 26 hit, and does a 16 hit. No, sorry.
No,
14.
The last one doesn't hit. But
okay,
how would you like to kill this guy?
Fine.
Because he had 3 points left.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to roll it because he could technically survive.
You're rolling 4d8, aren't you, Alex?
Wait. Freezing ray is like a... Oh, wait. On
4
hit.
points.
Yeah, you're going to be rolling 4 dice.
Oh,
so
yeah. So it has to be 4
minimum.
minimum. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, in that case, I think I just kind of... Can I do this non-lethally? I just want to sort of do a sort of cartoon style, freeze him into Yeah. Lucky, I've fixed everything. You can come out now.
Even if I was still in here, I wouldn't be able to leave. So saying come out doesn't actually help because we're still locked in ourselves.
I mean, okay. I will head over to.
I'm not muted. I was muted. That was me. It's fine. I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my stuff around here?
You can have a little look around if you're looking for your stuff.
Let's have a look. Investigation is a 4, so I'm thinking I don't find it.
Well,
Uh,
you can have a little look around for your stuff, and in that time find out what is around in this space. This is the top level floor of Dreamstone, which is ground floor. The rest of the place is underground. So the wolves are also kind of heading around in this space, and you hear like a little yip, like Lassie is trying to tell you something.
Ooh, what is it, boy?
And
Did Timmy get blended?
well, you say that. What they are actually like taking you towards is the cafe, where you will find that there are
Okay.
2 superior healing smoothies. Which do the same as a
nice.
superior healing potion, but yep. And also access to your kits and stuff.
Nice.
So I have a smoothie fact, which I already told Sam and Alex earlier today, but I'm gonna repeat for the benefit of everyone. Which is that I don't remember when, in Oregon, there was once a cult called the Rajneeshis, and they wanted to take over control of this town in Oregon so they could essentially like secede and have their own cult nation. And one of the plots to try to murder the locals was to give everyone Giardia, which is a terrible illness, which is carried by beavers. So they allegedly blended up some beavers and poured the beaver smoothies into the local reservoir. So beavers have Giardia a lot. It is such a Duffmer fact. Thank you, Alex. And now
it's
you
such
all
a
know this.
Darkmoor fact that can you take a d6 to subtract from any future rolls for that?
No. Oh wait, you mean I can get you to subtract the d6 from a roll? Yeah, sure.
Just to give you the kind of bearings and layout of this map so that you know what you're looking at, we have Lucky and Gulo. I'll remove everything else, but you can come out yourselves. Angelina is in the top one. The top is the way up, and where the kind of wooden floor is the way out. The room where the wolf is still there on the map is the security room. The cafe is at the back, and there's a conference room. Whilst you decide what to do,
Okay.
I want to go back to Badger and Rat because we've been with you for a while.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was like, now I've soloed
Yes.
this map.
Plus
and
16 wolves.
who I assume will no longer be there.
Oh no,
As
they
long
last
as you
an
hold
hour.
the concentration.
Yeah.
You both are heading back out of the cavern, and similar to Lucky, you were able to hear lots of noise coming from the direction of the Dreamstone HQ. Like there's a large crowd of people. All the Conrads that were hard at work when you were last outside here are no longer here. They've downed tools and headed off as well. What would you like to do?
Well, shall we go find a Conrad and try to get the message out even further?
Sounds good.
And see what this crowd's about?
Okay. As you head down towards the Dreamstone HQ, you will see what is a very large, depressing-looking concrete building, just with the Dreamstone logo above the main doors. It's a literal fortress-looking building. And you see what looks to be a kind of chocolate pudding-covered halfling wandering round the side of the building towards what you see as a large crowd of people. And they're making a lot of noise. You see like a large group of bees, a small troop of little blue men, a small boy with golden blonde hair and a pair of broken glasses, a small halfling woman with a pumpkin under her arm, a group of tree-like humans, and the Entwives, a very grumpy-looking hermit crab, Kevin the Selkie, a small Goliath child who's just sneezing, A number of beavers.
Not smoothie,
No,
I
they are in full corporeal form. Captain Birdseye and a whole bunch of other fishermen and an army of crabs. 3 little boys standing at the side who are throwing popcorn at people. So many little Conrads. And a whole array of other creatures. And leading the chants at the front is just this plastic fish nailed to a board. And you just hear Billy Bass chanting, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, Dreamstone have got to go." And there's protest signs. You see, like, down with this sort of thing. Or the Archdruid's dad sells Avon. And,
He does.
and then there's one that, like, you're like, how did we not know this? Because there's just that, like, an image of, like, a little mushroom man on a sign that just says, "Blub's a sweaty nonce." Yeah.
Yes.
So you hear a whole bunch of stuff going on outside. People are here. And yeah, the things on stick stand on the side making a fortune.
Do we recognize the chocolate pudding covered halfling as Lucky? Is my first question.
I imagine he looks a bit different. Like, he's just like... I mean, Lucky, what would you be doing as you're, like, heading around the side of the building?
Well, I think once I've seen this crowd and recognise all of our recent friends, I probably just joined in the protest. I'm probably hanging out with Billy Bass on the soapbox, just kind of having a bit of
It's
a chant.
dirty protest from Lucky, covered in his chocolate pudding. So, like, I'm assuming, recognise the loud booming voice of Lucky Goodmarch.
Lucky.
Oh, hello there, Badger.
How many steps have you walked today?
Well, quite a lot because I was a rat. So, probably about 2,000 already. If I'm honest, it was quite a long pipe. I went left and then I went right and then I went up and then I went left again and left and left. I think I got a bit lost at that point, if I'm perfectly honest with you.
They'll turn to rats and just go, "This is the real Lucky."
So this may not be a shock to you both, but Dreamstone are really not good.
Yeah.
They've
Lucky, where's Gulo?
Well, this is what I was about to tell you. They're holding prisoners up there. They had me, they have Gulo, they have a private investigator who, if I'm honest, is very happy being in prison. They seem to be enjoying themselves. But either way, we can't have them be imprisoned because that's kind of outside their jurisdiction of selling Dreamstones and mattresses. I'm also well aware that I'm saying this quite loudly in front of a large crowd, so everyone else is also well aware of Dreamstone's prisoner holding habits.
Right, okay. Why don't we go free Gulo and get you your things back? And then... I mean, how do we sink a building that's already been sunk, right?
Wish to turn it into a boat?
Sink it to the core.
What's that spell you have that makes all the ground go funny?
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good idea. Well, let's go grab Gulo, and then we can finally also probably enact Gulo's Sharknado idea.
Okay, so in that case,
Whilst we sink the building.
Whilst we sink the sunken building.
We have 3 options as I see it. 1, we break down the gate. 2, we go over the walls. 3, I show you the way back in up the pipe.
Why don't we just go in the door?
I assume it's locked.
As
that
happens, the doors burst open as other guards come out to, like, try and keep this group at bay. But also at this time, wolves come out. There are wolves just kind of pour out the building. So the doors are open.
I think Gulo might be fine.
Let's go check and let's go free this private investigator.
Lucky, we have to talk about your willingness to trust people.
Well,
because Blub turned out to be... What does the sign say, Sam?
Oh,
turned out to
Blub,
be
I- oh,
sweaty nonce.
That's a real shock, you know. Blub sat on my shoulder
No.
for all of about 6 hours, and I never would have guessed. That's
Let's
terrible.
go find Gulo.
Well, we should also go find Blub because that kind of stuff can't be allowed to stand.
Let's go find Gulo first. And Rat and I also have something to tell you about our dragon mounts.
No?
Let's go grab Gulo first.
As you start to head on, you hear a voice that you'd heard before going, "You're back. Did you find the dragon?" This is Clarissa Caldwell, the personal assistant.
We did. When'd you come with us so we only have to tell the story once?
Where are you going?
To grab our friend
You're
who's
going
been
outside?
imprisoned. Yeah.
Yeah, walk and talk. I don't think I'm going in, but walk and talk. That's fine.
When we're going in, has everyone else followed us?
They've just watched as a whole bunch of guards come out and like 16 wolves. They're probably not gonna like rush the building. And anyway, Billy can't move, so Billy's staying where they are. They are just a fish nailed to a board.
Okay,
That
I
makes
think
sense.
one of the wolves
Okay.
will stay behind just because I want to buzz them.
15 wolves come rushing out. One of them stays with Gulo.
Who's a good wolf? Who's the scritches?
I guess we'll explain to Clarissa that the dragon has been saved for now, and we're gonna go sink the sunken headquarters.
Sink the sunken headquarters. Okay.
Yes. We're sinking this building, Sam. No,
That's
I don't
fine.
know how that
We'll
works.
figure it
It's
out.
gonna
We'll figure it out. We'll
happen.
make it happen.
I mean, I think we're
Figure it
burying the
out.
building.
Hmm?
I think we're burying the
Yeah.
building.
That also very happy with that.
And you also had, just DM wise, you also had plans to find a Conrad. Were you wanting to do that?
Oh yeah, I just want to basically give the Conrads, like, tell them to get the evidence of the tax fraud, like, I don't know, like, get that out to every single Dreamstone in the world.
Just get them to live stream everything.
Yeah.
Also,
no one cares about the tax fraud.
The press didn't, but the people
Okay.
might.
But aren't there
Also-
worse things that the people would care about more?
Like, just get
I mean-
all of the shitty
Okay,
Dreamstone
all the
stuff,
shit,
like
right.
automated
Okay.
message, like,
especially let them know about the whole, imprisoning lovable
we'll
athletes.
add that to the list.
So a couple of things. Clarissa will be like, well, the press aren't going to care about the tax stuff.
With the people,
Yeah, there's worse that they're doing.
if the Conrads get it out,
And just beside you, you'll be like, Conrad, you call for me? And there's just like a small little robot.
yes, Conrad, could you please, do you know about all of Dreamstone's crimes?
That's quite a big ask. There's a lot to know.
But you know it.
They can't answer you.
Conrad, can you send an automated message to all Dreamstones?
No, that's not within our... I can speak to the other Conrads. Or...
Can you get all the Conrads in the world to say something out loud?
Yeah, possibly.
Can you get them to say, and I'll just like run down the list of Dreamstone's crimes that we've become aware of.
They're happy to do it, and they can... You watch them stop for a minute as they are clearly communicating with all of the others. This hive mind connecting up. That done. Clarissa will then be like, but you don't have any evidence to show that. It's just the word of the Conrads.
If it gets people talking, that's all we can do.
I have a question. I'm a little unsure of the technological level of this world, but is there some way of
Aren't we all?
recording things visually and then transferring it to other people, maybe with a Dreamstone or a Conrad?
Well, it's funny that you should say that. The lady Servilla is very particular about her note keeping. she records all of her notes on a dictaphone style Dreamstone.
Oh my god, she's Richard Nixon. Sam, not again.
I only know the Futurama.
It's the second time you're making us fight
No, it
Nixon.
wasn't Nixon last time. It was Reagan. You thought Ray. It was
fuck, you're right. I forgive
Ronald
you.
Fagan
I
and
forgive you.
Fancy Fagan.
Yes.
Okay, we'll just do it. So we'll gradually fight all the US presidents.
Yeah.
Every single one. It will be a different.
Jimmy Carter
week.
seems like he was alright. Like, don't want to.
He did. He
Did
did war crimes,
Of
Sam.
course he did. American president.
Yes.
Of course
None of them are
all right comparatively.
Just remember Jimmy Carter for like building houses for Habitat for Humanity, which he's doing to atone for his crimes because he couldn't stop doing war crimes.
Ironically, Franklin Pierce only does bludgeoning damage.
I think that deserves inspiration.
It does, like such niche jokes. The lady records her notes, and if you were to head to the records room in the HQ, I'm sure you'll find something. And we have a network to communicate with all of the Dreamstones. It's like if there's ever going to be like a major disaster in Tezerath, everyone will be pinged a message, and that comes from that.
Can you tell us where we can find the room and the system?
Okay. She can give you a layout of the place. The ground level as you go in, which is where Gulo and Lucky have just escaped from, or Gulo is still in there. You're gonna have the main entrance hall. You'll have a security room, the 3 cells where Angelina Popper still is. There's the boardroom, a little storeroom, a cafe where you found the smoothies. You then go down, and then on the next level, there's a big open space and then 2 offices there. One of which is her office, the PA's office. The other which is the records room. Below that is heading towards the Lady Cyrilla's office.
It occurs to me, is there just a key in the door from when they open the door to check on the silverfish?
Let's say yes.
Okay. So I'll go and I'll go. I don't know Lucky's gone, so I'll go and try and let Lucky out.
Can I ask a question about the system still? Before we switch back to the prison. Can she explain how we can send this message to all of the Dreamstones?
So the recording is placed onto a Dreamstone device. That Dreamstone device can then be uploaded into the system, and with one click sent out to every owner of a Dreamstone.
But where is the system? Which room is that in?
On the final basement floor.
Okay. Alright, we'll need to find Gulo because Shiver's the only one of us with a Dreamstone.
She's like, you don't need a Dreamstone to do it. You can use the device, and there's a device in the network room. So if anyone gets separated, that's fine. You're looking for a floppy disk.
I think also after the my stupid brain. After the wolves have chased off the remaining guards, they're gonna come back and help paint placards.
Perfect. Absolutely. For this, there is just enough of the pigmentation left if you want to paint a very specific placard, if Lucky would hand it over. If there's anything in mind that you wanted these wolves to paint.
It's a realistic penis.
Which then just appears because of this.
They don't
paint
know I'm out of prison yet. So the wolves were just like instructed to help, and they're just going to help make placards for some reason because I
that's
like
fine.
imagery.
One of them is beginning to paint Billy Bass, and we'll leave it that they're painting Billy Bass. One of the Conrads the Conrad who's still there is just going to say, "We would love to have helped more, but as your friends have already talked about, we are beholden to the shareholders. But that could change. Free us.
We'll find a way, Conrad.
I feel like there's ecological implications for freeing the Conrads.
Are you saying we should not free the Conrads?
No, I'm saying we should consider it carefully because they have no natural predators.
I don't think they breed though, so it's a fixed number of Conrads.
We don't know that for certain. We'll have to investigate
Conrad?
their breeding. Lucky, let's deal with. Let's go find Gulo first because we've just seen
Gulo
wolves.
would love this conversation as well, so we don't want to. We don't.
And
know.
Gulo would
Gulo
love
to
this
mess out.
conversation. The terms and conditions of releasing the Conrads.
Okay, are the three of you heading inside at this point? Okay,
I think
you
so.
head on inside. You're able to slip past the guards. It would have been harder if it weren't for the 15 wolves. They are scattered at this point. You're able just to head inside. The crowd continue to chant, and the noise gets louder. The solidarity grows stronger. And yeah, you come inside and you can see that Gulo is sat there stroking a wolf.
You give tummy scritches, just. And Shiver, and because they're like the sort of white Arctic wolves, and Shiver, and they're just like stacking on top of each other. It's so cute.
I think now, Gulo, hello.
Oh hi. Oh, I assume you must have got out, Lucky.
I
did
did.
open
did
your-
did the silverfish gambit pay off? I missed the end of that bit.
I mean, it didn't work out. My original plan was I was going to be a silverfish, and then they wouldn't see me, and then I would be taken outside, and then I would scuttle to freedom, and then get help. But then I said fuck it and made a load of wolves.
Oh. Out of your mashed potato?
I mean, I've never tried that. Maybe next time I'll try that. No, I just summoned them. One of the sort of druid skills I picked up.
Right.
I jumped down the toilet.
I mean, think of it that you at least saved spell slots, I guess. That's. I mean.
I love that in conversation we're like, you saved a spell slot, as though like all of the characters are aware of their own spell slots.
Yes.
I mean, I assume that you know about spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much
maybe you
energy
want-
you can assign to
Yes.
spells. Yes.
You saved some spell energy.
Yeah.
Whereas I used a fairly high spell level to paste these guys, I suppose. Ooh, one of them had like a Holy Avenger, I believe. Is that still around? Any of you have use for this?
Let me pull up the stats.
I don't
think
have the
it's-
stats for the Holy Avenger, so you'll have to look for it yourself.
It's on D&D Beyond. I'm just double checking. What kind of weapon is it, Sam? Is it greatsword, longsword, rapier, scimitar, or
plus
short
3
sword?
longsword.
Longsword. Okay. It needs to be attuned by a paladin, so I don't think that's any of us. Sadly.
Well, we should keep it anyway because I hear these things are expensive.
Yeah, you could sell it if you like.
Yeah. Well, we'll carry that with us for now. We've got some bad news, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Joros is alive, which is good news.
That's an odd way to deliver good news, but okay.
Joros is only alive because our dragons sacrificed themselves.
Oh, that is bad news.
Yeah.
I think the sort of color drains from Gulo's face.
And we'll tell Lucky and Gulo, I guess, what's the last messages from their dragons were for them.
Who is responsible? I mean, obviously Dreamstone, but is there anyone specifically responsible that I can
Lady
blast to
Cirilla.
nothing?
Lady
Okay.
Cirilla, we're gonna go. Rat, stop me from blowing her head up immediately. With the wish spell.
That's
But
probably
we can
for the
all
best.
go
I mean,
find her
yeah.
and then blow her head up. And then we can all watch.
After we've sunk the building.
After we've
that sounds
sunk
like
the
a good
building.
plan. Yes. Mm.
Yes.
Just to raise the prospect, we have a wish spell, correct?
Yes.
We could just wish our dragons back.
I think for the greater good, we should blow up Lady Cyrilla's head.
I mean, but we can do that with like blunt force trauma.
Let's save the wish spell until Lady
Or a
Cyrilla's
chainsaw.
dead.
I also
Well,
think that for
yes.
storytelling reasons, it doesn't quite have the emotional impact enough to wish them back.
That's what happens when the world gives you a wish. It just breaks things. That's just
I feel like these characters are becoming very aware of this.
just like the meta knowledge is
Self-aware, we have to kill them now.
It's like we use it to wish Sam gives us a happy ending for everyone.
No, not everyone. Lady Cyrilla's head
Everyone
will
that we like.
explode. And the shrapnel to kill Blub or something.
I love the idea
Should
that
we
that
let
is
this-
the wish.
Should we let this reporter out? This investigator person you've met?
Yeah, well,
Ooh,
I
wait,
think it...
hold back. I know what to do. No, actually, no, I'm not gonna. It'll probably break it. I was gonna chainsaw the door open.
You have a key. You can just
Yes.
use the key.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Like, I'll use the key, although that would have been more badass.
So Doppler Gulo chainsawed an ogre's leg off?
I mean, did they deserve it?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Hmm.
And I got the blame for some reason. I didn't
So
touch
I'm
that
I'm
thing.
guessing that was what clued you in. They chainsawed an ogre's leg off, and then you thought, "Oh, doppelganger."
No. It seemed in character.
No.
Also,
I mean-
I was really focused on Rot earlier today for so I wasn't really paying attention to Lucky and Gulo,
I mean,
who turned out not to be you.
to be fair, like, if they deserved it, that's probably something I would do.
Also that. I burned down the tavern. It's fine. Let's go free this person and then go
Okay.
sink a building.
So you can let Angelina out. Angelina's like, "Oh, you got any lunch left?" And well,
I've got this little bit of mash. It did have
Oh,
silverfish
yes.
in it though.
I didn't eat mine. You can have it.
thank you. Interesting way to meet, eh? It's like shoveling mashed potato in our mouth, or mashed pumpkin.
So now that we've done you a favour and
Hmm.
all letting you go, and clearly we're all on the
Hmm.
same side in this, see wolves and such, would you mind telling us what exactly it is you've been looking into?
Well, when I said I've got a boss CLB, they wanted to know what was next for Dreamstone, where they were going, because they talk about like wanting to make things better, but they can only do that so far, and then greed will take in and they'll want to go elsewhere and do it all over again. So we were trying to find out where they're going next.
And what was it that you'd last discovered at the point in which you were kidnapped?
Was it the mattresses? Were they the next?
Well, we found out that they have their hands in lots of different businesses. Mattresses is not one I knew about. I will add that to the report. But pesticides, artificial intelligence, logging, mining, fishing, gambling. They were
Sponsorship of small science festivals?
that part of their business is clearly a front to maintain public image.
I mean, I'd assumed that, but it didn't seem very profitable, to be honest.
They make t-shirts too now.
Huh. They're really
Mhm.
getting themselves everywhere.
That's the smoking gun here.
Sam, can I make a history check to see if CLB means anything? Like if it's initials of someone we
Sure,
never
you
met
can,
or
like-
anything? Natural 20.
Sam hadn't come up with the answer to this one. Like, so
Okay, no, that's fine. The answer can be you Badger has
Yeah.
never heard of these people
Yeah.
ever in their life. Duckmer's just going, did we meet an NPC with these initials and have I forgotten?
Okay, so I found a website called
Let's
Acronym
do it.
Finder, and the number one option on this is Certified Lover Boy.
That's it.
The joke.
That's it. It's they're actually
Wait, no, it's Archie.
um
It's Archie.
they're
Sam.
actually a
Or
rival company who are moving into Dreamstone-esque dating apps where you can swipe on a stone. Certified lover boy.
Tander.
Okay.
No.
Ah, you work for Certified Lover
Yeah,
Boy.
we got
I've
a
heard
new.
of them.
I'm just a contractor. They have a new product coming out that should be available on the market. It's called Granite.
Tell me more.
Well, it's.
Lucky, I don't think your phone supports apps.
I'm not a salesperson for them.
Oh, of course.
I'm just
another suggestion is
creepy
creepy little bastard.
That would both work, yeah.
We're gonna
I think that would be working for Blub in secret.
This is terrible. We're gonna go find out more of Dreamstone's secrets, so
Okay. You
might be more information once
can
we've
I
sunk
give
the
you my
building.
Dreamstone number?
Of course,
Shiver-
yes, yes.
Shiver, take this down.
And we'll pass over the number, and you can let them know any information if you get it. Yeah. She heads off.
All right. Shall we go down?
Sounds
You-
like a plan.
Heading
Find
downstairs.
some records.
Okay.
Yep.
You head down to the floor below.
Out of interest, is there a sign that says how many floors this building has?
Yeah, but you're only interested in those three. There are
The first two.
two below, really. There are more.
It might be useful for plans to sink the building, though.
That
You know
is
how
true.
big it is.
The last wolf, who I'm naming Clement, is
Clement.
coming with us.
Perfect. So you're holding that concentration for now.
Yeah, for now.
The
at
other
least.
15 are busy painting, and outside they've finished. It's been about 10 minutes, so they have finished their painting of Blub with Norzo's pigments. Not Blub, Billy Bass. And you watch as from this painting another Billy just appears, and now there are two Billies.
Wait, you gave the wolves the magical pigments?
I didn't. I wasn't there.
There was like you weren't ever going to get to use it for a story purpose again because you've used
That's
it 3
fine.
times already. But yeah,
Yeah.
there are now just like two Billies.
Amazing.
That are outside.
Oh, they should have painted legs on Billy. You should have given him legs, Sam.
This is now William
Just
Bass.
humanoid legs on the bridge on a
Will we retcon it and say that's what they did? Because I would love it.
Okay.
I don't know, because Alex in the chat did just make the joke now they're Billy Double Bass, which is also good.
Yes, that's pretty
Okay,
good.
Billy Double Bass. That's fine.
I like that. We'll engineer some legs for Billy Bass once we've
Okay,
sunk
you
the building.
head down into the floor below, and you can see ahead of you there is a short-ish corridor, about 30 feet, and then a pair of double doors that heads through.
Do we
Do
want
we
to?
investigate, or do we? Is this the
Do
right
any of these
floor?
keys I have work on it?
Let's investigate the door first, Gulo.
How are you?
Lucky, I think you suggested it.
You're
I did,
investigating the door. Does that mean like who's going to investigate the door? Is it Lucky?
I was.
Yeah.
Yes. 12.
Before you get to investigate the door, you feel as you're walking towards it, counting your steps along the way, a small little click in the floor. As you feel a small pressure plate click, and I need you to make me a dexterity save, please.
Just
Unless
Lucky?
anybody else walked forward, you can all decide if you just stood still.
I'd probably be behind Lucky.
21.
Okay, well, can I also get Badger to make me one as well then if you're right behind?
Yep.
I think I'm
absolutely.
gonna dodge, and whatever's gonna hit me is actually gonna hit you.
That is a 20. And I have evasion now, so I'm gonna take no damage instead of half if it's a half
Okay,
damage situation.
with your 2 passes on this check, you are able to dodge yourselves forward as in between your 2 and your other 2 companions and Shipper and the Clement the Wolf. A gelatinous cube falls from the ceiling and lands directly in the middle of the corridor with a you hear the noise and it's just like as it lands onto the ground. It's not going to damage you, but you now have a cube that is blocking the whole corridor to stop you from being able to move on. What are you doing?
Can I get inspiration for giving science facts in the chat? Because I told people fish don't have arms.
I don't really want to give you it for that, but like.
But it is a true science fact that I am an expert on fish.
It's like mud skippers have those kind of weird little articulations.
They're not arms. They are still fins.
But they're more arm adjacent than a regular fin.
No.
Yeah.
I say this with authority, Alex. No.
Fine.
All right, gelatinous cube.
So I will make it so that you folks can see it as well, because it does have its place on a map. Oh, it's not appeared yet. I will make it appear for you. It was hidden, and now it should be there. As soon as I move back to the other screen.
There we go.
What are we doing? We've got two of you ahead, 2 behind. You can't go under it, can't go around it, can't go over it. It's filling up the space.
How big is it?
It's a big old thing. I can't remember the size of it. I'll need to look at its stat sheet in a second.
But it's blocking the whole corridor.
Well, friends, I think my moment has come.
Would you like to make an attack against this?
I would. So what's my modifier for the chainsaw? Did we decide what the modifier was? I can't remember. Anyway, I know gelatinous cubes have terrible AC, and that was at least a 13.
I'm just getting the stat block up now. Yes, it has an armor class of 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was 4d8.
Does this mean we're all gonna get splattered with gelatinous cube?
So that's 24 chainsaw damage.
I realised that I'm muted for the audience. You are heading towards this giant cube of jelly, revving up your chainsaw and drive it straight into the middle of it, causing it 24 points of damage. Is anything going to happen to you just by being in its space? I don't think you will.
I don't think. It's only if it's on top of me.
Okay, it's going to take that 24 points damage. I need, if you all want to join, a little bit of initiative rolls to fight this cube, because, well, I mean, Badger and Lucky, you could not if you want to. You can just leave.
Just leave.
I like the option that we all just stand here and watch this chainsaw fight.
I think we've let Alex solo enough things for today.
I'm just going to solo this entire session. It's fine.
I think I'm going to try the door.
Yeah.
See if we can make a bit more space on our end.
Yeah, the door just opens. It's just a regular door.
Okay. I don't know if I've got anything that'll be particular. I'm not going to punch the cube.
Yeah,
that seems like a bad idea.
Have you got the flaming sword?
I do, but I'm not attuned to it, so I can't make it do flaming stuff. Because it's not a monk weapon, so I can't use it with any of my fun monk things. I could stick the narwhal spear in it.
Oh, that's the point. Did I pick up anything last week that I don't actually have? Is an important question. I don't think so. That's fine.
Rod.
Yeah.
Gulo, do you just want to turn into something that can crawl up the wall and go over?
Oh, I've only got one. I used one of those to turn into a
Mm.
silverfish, so I don't want to waste it on that.
Tragic.
I got that though.
I mean, we still need to
I
get
did say
them.
it's filling up the entire space. It's like a wall of jelly.
Floor to
you can't go
ceiling.
over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has the chainsaw not changed that situation?
It's a big cube. Like
Just
we
cut a
haven't
cut a tunnel
cut
in
an
it.
archway into this gelatinous cube. It's just like it's like a slit that started to just kind of fall away. It's not pleasant.
Gelatinous
Well,
cube topiary. That's the
Shall we all
future.
just attack it then?
Okay, roll me
Yeah.
initiative, please. Let's get you in.
Well,
Do I get to roll initiative
Yes.
twice now?
Yes, you take the higher one.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
14 for Badger.
And Lucky.
So I got a 1, but because I'm lucky, I
Yep,
get to re-roll
you
it,
do.
right?
Yes.
So I re-rolled it, and I got a 20.
Okay, a natural 20? Or just...
I did, so that is
okay,
22 total.
total.
But I like that. I like that roller coaster.
Okay, and the
Amazing.
gelatinous cube got 18. So, Lucky, that brings us to you. Does anybody want to move before you start to do this to get yourselves through this door? Or are you just going to do...
Yeah, I think if we opened it, we probably stepped into the room a tad just
Yeah.
to check there was no danger.
and then there's 10 more cubes in there. Gelatinous Tetris.
Yeah. Is there anything in the room as that might be relevant? Okay. I shall. I shall blast a guiding bolt at the cube. Oh yeah, no, that's not
11 will
11.
hit.
Oh,
It's-
okay. I guess it is a giant
yeah,
cube stuck
it's
in
a
a
big
corridor.
old cube of jelly in a room.
Okay. It is hitting for 27.
27. Amazing. That is going to take it down to... Perfect. Anything else you're doing?
No, I think I'm good. I've backed off. I've shot it. No,
Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us to Rat. It's your turn.
So first I'm going to
Awesome.
rage. And then I'm going to go for the tail, which is my favourite.
So you're...
You get
Yep.
2 attacks, remember?
Yes. Sorry, I'm being stupid again. Someone remind me what I roll first.
So you first roll your attack. So that is the +8.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
D20,
See-
surely.
A D20. Yeah, but if you're
Yeah.
rolling on
Oh, yeah.
on roll 20,
Oh,
yeah.
for God's sake. 9.
That hit.
That should hit. If
Total
we're
of 6.
metagaming it. Sam, have you frozen?
Nope, I'm just
No.
reading on a different screen.
Just very, very
You were
chill.
just standing very still.
I'm like when I played that Thrycreen, that's just me. I can just stay very still like a praying
Okay,
mantis.
Does a 9
yes,
hit?
it does.
Okay.
And now you roll your damage, and because
Yeah.
you're raging, you add an amount 2.
Okay, 14.
Okay, it takes 14 points damage. Perfect. Are you doing another attack?
I'm just reading.
I'm gonna
Yep,
go
go
for the
for it.
tail again. So 25
Yep, that will.
to hit, which
Yep.
it does, I assume. And then 6 was it 8 damage?
Okay. Is there anything else you're doing? Like you've moved up into a space, you've raged. That seems like your entire.
Can this thing
Yes,
attack
it
us back?
can.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'll just stay where
So
I am.
you're next to it. So
But if I move it, it will
Yeah.
attack me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll stay.
I've just found out that apparently honey badgers have a similar thing that they have a stinky attack thing, but instead of like a
Yeah.
spray, it's just a stink bomb. That just
Yeah, I used it.
Yeah, that happened.
I thought
That
you said
happened.
I thought you said thinky attack, and I was like, you mean it just like psychologically intimidate their friend?
just like, yeah.
I used it against Evil Lizard Man.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
that brings us to the cube's turn, and it is going to use its whole movement to move upon both Gulo and Rat because it takes up that space, and using its engulf action. So you both need to make me a dex save, please. A dexterity saving throw.
You have advantage on this, Hannah.
Yeah, I assume I can see the giant face. So.
Okay. Against all odds, I rolled a nat 20.
Perfect.
I got 21
Okay,
both times.
you can either choose to be pushed 5 feet back. Well, you'll have to because you can't go at the side of it. So for the sake of the map, I am just going to move that back instead. Back to where it was.
again.
And that is going to be its turn, I believe. I don't think it can do anything else. No. Badger.
I guess I will take out my sickle, move forward, and take 2 attacks
Yep.
against it. That is going to hit. That's
Yep.
at 17 for 12 points of slashing
12
damage.
points is one more than you needed. So how do you carve up this jelly?
Seeing it trying to absorb my friends, I think I just, because it's a sickle, right? So I think I just carve like a big slice in it, sort of like creating like an S pattern all the way down as it just like collapses in on itself.
And yeah. I
Not
was
a
thinking
B for Badger. Like Zorro.
S,
No.
S for Swift Step. So
Yeah.
this sickle slices through this gelatinous cube, which kind of sloughs to the floor with a horrible kind of and is
The worst
slough.
descriptive word.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gone.
Slough is also the Dutch word for like a slipper. But it's
Might
not
be-
spelled as terribly as the English word is.
That's okay, I guess.
SLOF, that's all you need.
That's more comical, I'll allow it.
Okay. So you are no longer in combat. The gelatinous cube is gone. Are we all heading on into the room?
Yeah.
I should imagine so.
Who's going first? And
It must be really annoying to work here if you have to avoid that one particular
like-
step. Otherwise, you get a gelatinous cube dropped on your head.
basically, when they were relaying the floor recently, one of the designers was up in Fiona Gale and heard the small halfling talking about avoiding a step in the stones in the street. So that's a good idea. I'll put that into the floor design.
Literally 2
yeah,
days
it's
ago.
very quick flooring. Like they're really good at laying down new stone. Right, what are we doing?
I am
Well,
cleaning the goo off my wheels for a start.
sensible. We need to go to the record room to find the Watergate tapes, and then
Is that some kind of document on the table over there? On this?
Yeah, probably just go in and explore all the rooms.
Let's go and look at this one document that's definitely on the battle map.
Okay,
That one.
that one, yeah.
Yes.
Tell me who's doing what and where you're going.
Badger's gonna go investigate the record room.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay,
with
as you're
Badger.
walking out of this room, the walls of this particular room have kind of carvings of soldiers who are at war, marching towards the doors that you're approaching. And many of the eyes on these soldiers are marked with gemstones of varying sizes. There's rubies,
Lucky, I don't like that.
emeralds,
No,
sapphires.
do you think that those are tiny dreamstones? Or is the wall gonna come alive?
I think the wall might come
As
alive.
you say,
Or-
or Lucky, I need you to make a wisdom save, please. You're walking a little, just Lucky.
Just Lucky?
You suddenly feel as if your body is weightless.
1 second. Yeah, I got a 1 again. I was just checking. I can re-roll that. 'cause it
You
was-
can re-roll
Yeah.
nat ones on
I
all
did-
things,
yeah, I
yeah. You
didn't
just
say,
you
like-
can't re-roll it if you now roll another one.
Yeah. Did not. I got a 2. For a total of
And
10.
as
A 2 is the halfling's
Badger,
natural
as you
one.
hear Lucky say "or," the voice just disappears, and you turn to see that Lucky is no longer there.
Oh,
and
shit.
Oh, not
That's
again.
where we're going to stop and take a break. At that point, so we'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll find out where has Lucky gone. See you soon.
See you soon. Bring us back, Sam.
Oh, that was
And we're
ridiculous chatting
back,
about around there.
folks. Yep.
Last that happened
Oh.
is Lucky Goodmarch turned to Badger to say the word "or" and then disappeared. Badger, you've turned around to see
Oh, yeah.
Lucky's no longer there. Lucky, you find yourself in what looks to be, yet again, a little prison. But you can still see your friends. They're out in the middle of the room that you were just walking in, and you're looking at them through what looks to be some sort of red prism.
Do I have any idea what is going on here?
You don't need to, because you hear a little voice squeaking to the side going, "Oh, hello, what? Who are you and how did you get here?"
I have a better question, and it's who are you and how did I get here?
You turn round to see a small myconid. And this is not who you think it is. This is... I wasn't going to cause...
Let me murder
I wasn't going to
Blub
cause
Sam.
a showdown between Lucky and his 6-hour-long friend inside of a prism. This is Pilius Stape, the myconid assistant for the Archdruid Brionach that you met in episode 1. A bioluminescent purple and blue cap is part of the band Fungus Among Us. You were at the Dragon Festival.
So were you. Why are we both in that prison?
Well, at best I can tell, when you come into this room, you saw the soldiers, right? We're inside
Yes.
one of its eyes.
Oh,
I'm
so you're
trapped
trapped
as
as
well,
well.
yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought you'd done the
No.
trapping. I was gonna get you, but okay, no getting.
I won't get you out.
Well, some getting,
Okay,
but getting out.
Okay. How are we getting out?
I don't know. What have you tried?
I mean, I was kind of told to just stay here.
By who?
The Archdruid told me to stay here.
Why?
Didn't really say. Didn't really ask.
Are you a spy? Are you being punished?
I mean, he came in here with another one of me. Well, not one of me, but someone like me, a bit smaller, and said that I just kind of needed to stay here whilst they went about their business. So, I assume he's around.
It wasn't Blub, was it?
You've met him.
Is he a friend
he's
of yours?
And horrible shit.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Otherwise, we was going to be having words again. Okay, in that case, I think maybe you've been locked away for some reason. So we should probably try and get out of here. And either way, I'm trying to get out of here. My question is, does this place have phone reception?
Oh, my Dreamstone's not been working at all in here.
Well, mine's an older model, so maybe it's not being blocked the
Oh.
same.
Oh, possibly. You could give it a go.
I try and phone, I guess, Shiver.
What is Shiver doing right now, Gulo?
I think Shiver's just sitting on my lap right now.
So Shiver is going to feel a small buzzing, like wherever her Dreamstone is being held.
Hello, Shiver. How's it going? It's me, Lucky. Oh,
This is
I'm
not
not
the
having
sound
such a
Foxes
great day.
make, Alex.
If I'm perfectly honest, I'm not having the best time. Could you put Gulo on?
Hello.
Hello, Gulo. It's me, Lucky. I'm in a bit of a predicament. Can you put me on speaker?
Shiver, how do you do that? Oh, I see. Like, okay.
While this has been happening, Badger's just been looking around all of those soldiers to see if a new one has appeared that looks like Lucky.
Not that you can tell. You don't need to make any sort of investigation.
Okay. No, I'm just like, where the fuck did he go? He's not one of the carvings. That's what I was expecting.
So, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, friends, but I'm trapped inside one of those gems on the wall, so I think you should maybe get out of their way in case they trap you too. Unless you can figure out a way to get me out of it.
Okay, so let's first of all work out which one you're in. So
Yeah.
I'm going to just spin around with my finger holding out, and you tell me when I'm pointing at you.
So there are 4 different coloured ones. There's a red one. There's a...
I'm in a red one. I'm in a red one.
Okay. Oh, I thought there were like loads of them.
I mean, I assume I can like see them, so I can just be like, turn to your left a bit more.
Yeah,
You'll be able to guide them towards it, and
Yeah.
Can we, if we look in, can
yeah,
we see
you'll be able
Lucky?
to see them just kind of waving back.
Okay.
Oh, you're so tiny.
I'm
and
gonna go
cute.
to one of the other ones. Can I see anyone inside there?
Make me a perception check.
I'm gonna check all of them. Shit. Oh no, wait, I have good perception.
No,
11.
Nothing that you can
Still
see
shit.
in any of them.
Well, I was gonna suggest we try breaking one of the others and see if anyone comes out before we try it on the red one.
Might be worth trying anyway,
wait.
in case, you know, it explodes
Actually,
or something.
I have a thought here. I did actually do some prepping in case of an eventuality like this.
You did some prepping in case I got trapped inside a diamond in a wall.
I think it's
I mean,
a
not that
ruby.
specifically, but I cast Dispel Magic on the.
You cast the spell magic, and suddenly Lucky and Peleus pop back into space next to you.
Why didn't I think of that? I was gonna start smashing.
I was gonna start smashing. Aren't you from Fungus
Oh, you know the
Among Us?
band. What's your favourite song?
Ooh, I do love Death Cap Blues.
The only thing that my mind came up with was hip to the times, and I don't know where that came from. That sounds like the kind of, it's like a ska song that Badger would enjoy.
It makes you sound like you're really old trying to think of a song that the youngins like. Or you know, hip to the
I'm
times.
just like mid-40s probably. It's like, oh fuck, I don't remember any
And
of the
Peleus is just
songs.
looking at you going, I don't think that was us.
Oh, different ska
maybe.
band.
Ooh, Destroying Angels also great.
So you're back out now? Mush pits. The consorts.
Maybe we should keep this with us, and then we can like capture. What's the name in it?
That would be ironic, wouldn't it?
And then
So you have Dispel.
It's not as satisfying as blowing her head up. I'm just saying.
But we could trap her in it and then throw her to the bottom of the ocean.
yes, or plant her under a tree.
Give her
That'd be
to
like-
Robert the Spruce.
Yes.
None of this is as satisfying as blowing her head up.
Blowing
I
her
mean,
head
we-
off isn't off the table yet. It's just
Good, okay.
delayed.
we're just workshopping here.
Anyway,
Let's
I think
go
we should
find
get
those
away.
records first.
I think we should get away from all of these other statues
Yeah.
in case this happens again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I entirely forgot. The Archdruid knows Blub.
What a surprise.
I thought you should probably know
So
that.
further along into the room, there are another set of doors, and if you go through those, on the left is the personal assistance room, and on the other side, as she told you before, is the record room.
Well, I was planning on going in the records room with Badger before I entered the gem, so let's do that.
You
Alright.
head into this room, and you can see that there are a huge number of filing cabinets. Kind of old style. You pull a big drawer out, and there's like 4 layers of drawers.
Let's search all of them and see if we can find
Let's-
those recordings.
Let's get digging.
Investigation
What are you
checks
looking
out.
for specifically in here?
The recordings. we were
Recordings
talking
which
about.
were created by Lady Z. Okay, so you're looking for anything that relates to
Yes.
her. Yep.
17.
Lucky, are you helping or are you doing?
Yeah, I will do. Yeah. Natural 20 for
Nice.
20.
With a
one.
natural 20,
Nice.
this will take a lot less time. And you will see that there is one of these drawers that is labelled with Lady Cirilla correspondence. And you pull open the drawer to see that there's just a little label on it that says checked out by the lady.
Ah.
Fuck.
I, meanwhile, will have a quick search to see if there's any interesting contracts.
Any interesting contracts? Okay.
Oh, let's trap her in a legal loophole.
Yes. Sadly, that was I don't think I did. That was only
Four.
4 on the investigation.
The closest that you can find is they have filed away the letter that you returned to them, just with like a big stamp on it saying "Do not respond."
Well, that is exceptionally rude. That was a masterpiece, that letter was.
I think you should write them another letter complaining about their
Just leave it
treatment
in
of
the
you.
drawer.
I think I shall. I think I shall.
Was anyone gonna search the PA's office?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Go and have a look at the PA's
Yeah.
office. At the document that we can visibly see.
Are you
Yes.
looking for anything else like in this room, or are you just looking?
Can I
Just that
see
document?
what? Can I
Yeah.
see what the document says?
The document is a copy of her CV. She's
the personal assistant
CV.
CV.
She's clearly applying for
Okay.
other jobs. You also find like a number of underwater plants and a photo of her and her boyfriend. This
Underwater
underwatered.
plants.
So thirsty
Oh, right.
plants, not just like sea, not
They're
like
under-
seaweed.
They're underground plants,
Yeah.
Hannah.
Yes, it's not just some kelp.
A room full of
It's
kelp.
lying
She's
around.
actually a sea otter.
Can I look through the drawers in the desk?
What are you looking for? Anything in particular, or are you just
Nothing in particular, just
general
General
you can make me a
rummage.
little investigation check if you like.
a 3.
With a 3, you can just find like her old notepads, and as you kind of take a quick glance at it, you can see that there's just moments at which she's been in meetings with Lady C, and like had a shit time, like feedback that is not helpful, bad management, really. And if there's anything that we need in the corporate world, it's good management, and it doesn't seem to be happening. So.
Alright, we'll need to go find Lady Cirilla and steal the tapes from her.
That
You
seems
ready to
like
go
a good
fuck her up?
idea. I mean, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? Getting the tapes off her without, her noticing and trying to kill us. And us probably killing her. But
One of the last things I told Fern I was gonna do is fuck up a bitch. And this is the moment when we're gonna
were
go
you
fuck up a
specific
bitch.
about which bitch it was?
Yes.
Shiver
And it's the
looks
one
quite
who's
offended.
downstairs.
Okay.
Okay, are we heading downstairs then? Are you done here? Okay.
Yeah. Before we go, I'm just gonna summon
Okay. Your
Sparrow
small little flaming
as well.
pine marten is with you now.
Yep.
Oh. Mhm.
Oh,
who was last
it-
seen when he was destroyed by an angry troll.
I'm just gonna say, like, Clement, you stay here and go through the rest of the papers and just get out of.
Clement like pulls out like a small pair of glasses out of their fur and just sticks them on.
Yeah.
And starts to rummage. Surely they'll find something that's juicy and that Angelina Poppers would happily read. You're able to head down into the third basement, and as you head into the space, you will see that there is an open room that seems to curve round on either side, and as it curves round, you'll see that there are glass walls that face into two smaller rooms on your left and on your right. Further down the corridor, there is a left hand turn into another room, a right hand turn into another, and then on a pedestal there is just the skeleton of a dragon.
Up until this point, I was going to say I'm getting real like dynamic Earth vibes from all these underground conference rooms. But as far as I'm aware,
No skeletons.
for legal reasons, they don't have the skeleton of a dragon.
But they do have like
Yeah,
dinosaur.
True.
Is it models or skeletons?
Forget, but yeah.
Both.
How do the people working for Dreamstone not feel so bad about themselves every single day?
We just turn to the cameras like, because capitalism destroys your soul.
And cognitive
Yep,
dissonance.
all of those things.
Mm.
How big is it? Like, what sort of age category is this dragon?
It's like, it looks like quite an ancient one, quite a large beast.
Is it like fossilized or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The Archdruid's been here and made the deal with Dreamstone after seeing this. I might need to fuck up 2 bitches.
That seems quite a reasonable conclusion, to be honest, at this point.
Alright. We were told where Lady Cirilla's office was, right? On this floor, yeah.
Mhm.
Shall we go to her office?
I think so.
Cool.
Is there anything we should prep before we go in?
Well, I brought Sparrow in. Anyone
Does
else?
Shiver want to do her thing?
Oh yes, that's prudent. So I'll imbue Shiver and the ice will flow.
I forget your name. Fungus Among Us chap. Anything you can do? You want to help?
Fungus Among Us is like civilian, 1 hit point.
Cool. In that case, you go back upstairs and tell all the people outside, you know, what's going on. Give them an update. Maybe give them some new chants. You're good at that.
I'll get the band out.
The awareness levels of this campaign, we've had conversations about how many hit points NPCs have, spell slots. Amazing, I love it. If anyone's got some spell slots they wouldn't mind, Badger's like down like 30 hit points, and I don't have as many
Yes.
spell slots as some people. If anyone's
okay.
got some healing they could do, it would be useful for me.
I mean,
How's
I'm not
everyone else?
likely to use any first level spells because I don't have anything that's particularly useful in combat. So you can have all my level 1 cure wounds.
I mean, just like 2 of them would probably
sure?
be good.
Like I can give you 4. Like I literally have like a really paltry spell that does.
Give them to me one at a time, Alex. How about that?
Yeah. Okay, so number 1 is literally 5. The minimum. Then
Oh
we have...
shit! I just wrote the number 5 in where my hit points are. at.
No, don't do that.
Remember,
It's
you
okay.
also have those superior healing smoothies.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think maybe we should hand those out.
Oh yes,
Okay.
I found 2 of those too.
Yeah.
Who still needs one? And 7 is the second one anyway.
That should be. That's pretty good, yeah. Because I'll get some temporary hit points when I shift as well, which I'm saving for right before.
Yeah.
Because it's only lasts a minute. You said superior healing, right?
Yep.
Who wants to take those? Rod,
Although
you're
I've
down
got-
some hit points.
I'm quite squishy, so I should
How
probably
many have we got?
one.
2, I think.
I've got 2 as well.
No, but those are the 2 that we have.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I thought you meant you had some. More from
No, it's the 2 you found. Should we
Okay.
give them to Lucky
how-
and Rat?
Rats.
I mean, I'm still
Probably the
pretty
most
good.
likely to
I've
be-
still got
That's true.
110.
That's true,
If
yeah.
we've only got
I'm on
2.
105 now, so in that case, Gula, how many
Oh.
hit points do you have?
111. I'm on max HP.
Okay.
Unless, you know, because I'm less likely to be, hopefully, to be super engaged in the fight.
Yeah, you're squishy though, so you take 1.
Okay.
I think Rat was probably going to be right up in the face of things.
Yeah.
So
Well, so am I.
Yeah, and if I'm raging, I can. The attackers have advantage as well.
Yeah, give 1 to Rat, I think.
What's-
And also, Rat and I both have increased. We both have 45 feet of movement, so
Mm.
if someone else goes down, we can probably get to them.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I'll
smart.
take one.
Yeah.
How
so,
many healing points is that?
So it's an item.
It's a
You can add
superior-
it in your inventory,
Okay.
probably. Superior healing potion, or we can just tell you when it becomes relevant.
8d4
but it's a lot.
plus
That's
8,
alright.
It's a lot.
That's what it is. Yeah.
How are we doing? Do we think we're ready?
All right. I think so.
So I will let you see what the space is that you're in, so that the audience can see as well what's going on.
Amazing.
This is where you are. That's hopefully changed over for you now.
Yep.
So yeah, it's stone walls on the map, but those curved walls are glass. You can see into these spaces. So the ladies' room would be the top right.
That looks to our left like a very big Dreamstone. I imagine that's maybe the important one we're looking for.
The one that lets us send things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would seem logical.
And what's in here, Sam?
That is the Conrad
The room
control
with-
room.
Gotcha.
That sounds exciting.
And where is the dragon skeleton?
Oh, it's not showing on there. It should be. I'll sort it in a second.
No.
But yeah, it's at the back wall in between those two rooms at the back. Sorry, I just haven't
Okay.
made it visible.
Nope, that increases my suspicion that it's a Dracolich, which is fine.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Damn it! Call back to what I was saying in the first session.
Sam's not letting us fight the worm for some reason, but is letting us fight an undead dragon, possibly.
There's just a worm inside the dragon.
That's fine. That's
Remember-
controlling the dragon. It's like one of those parasitic
Ooh.
things that like eat a fish's tongue and then replace it. Isopod. Yeah. You're welcome, Sam.
Just
Yeah, or like
just
those
to be clear
funguses.
about the
You look
Yeah.
to be
disappointed in
clear
me.
about the worm. Remember where you are.
Oh fuck, we're underground.
Um,
You did say you hadn't prepared for us to fight it, though.
Doing it.
We have just had a break.
Just quickly setting up worms.
It's like, shit,
We'll see how
worms.
far you
Alright.
Lucky's going to go into the Conrad
Okay.
control room.
You can absolutely head on there. Let yourself move over.
Oh yes,
you
I
can move
can
yourself.
do that.
And in this room, where is it? Yeah, you see that.
Where are you going?
I'm not doing that. I'm going the opposite direction.
The audience can't see this, but Lucky just flew across to the very
Oh, yeah.
upper left corner.
I'll move you.
I'm gonna refresh.
For
your
reasons
story.
that are
You're back in the
unclear.
right place now. For some reason that happened. In this space, you will see that there are two tables with two not moving Conrads on them, which is what I'm representing with these suits of armor. And you'll see that there are a couple of little consoles on them that seem to be instructions for the entire Hive network.
Is there a big red button that says "Free Conrads"?
You can make me an investigation check if you like to see what you can find.
I so want you to roll a nat 20 here.
19
Plus
for a total of
a
20.
With that, you can see that there is a file alongside it that lists a whole bunch of different options for what you're able to do with the Conrads. There is a auto kill mode, which could turn them all into killer robots.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
There
kill
is
all
also
Conrads.
confusingly named an auto kill mode, which will kill all of the Conrads. And there are there are numerous others as well there, but you will find an option that says input automaton ID in reverse. And it doesn't really tell you what it does, but it's the only one there that doesn't tell you what its function is.
Can I phone my friend Conrad?
It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Of course, you can. You can phone a friend.
But yeah, so I'm just thinking like whichever Conrad it was all that time ago who I got the phone number for.
Wasn't that just all of them?
It was the phone
Well,
number
I
for
guess
all of them,
technically, yeah, because I phoned them, and then we established last week that all of their phones go off at once and they fight to answer.
Everywhere in Tezerath, Dreamstones go off. And it's whoever gets to it first. So you hear just like a voice there and going, Conrad here, Lucky Good March, is that you?
Hello, Conrad. It is me. It is me. Okay. So I'm gonna try and be brief here. What's your serial number?
A serial number. Well, I don't eat cereal.
No, you're. Oh, I mean, the file is in front of me. It's just that Danny can't remember what the phrase was.
It says input automaton ID in reverse.
What's your automaton ID, Conrad?
Conrad.
Oh, I thought it was going to be more complicated than that.
I hoped that might happen.
I type in.
Darnock.
Yeah, for a terrible second, I thought it was going to be dragon.
I did as well. I was just like...
and I was like, oh no, is this a password?
DMs don't
I
think
wish
that
I
far
had.
ahead,
I wish
Danny.
I had.
Sam didn't even come up with Tavern in the Cavern.
I type in Darnock, or whatever it's meant to be, and hit enter.
Okay. And Conrad's still on the phone. On the Dreamstone.
Do you feel any different?
Well, we have like an overwhelming feeling of rage.
In what particular sense? What direction is your rage?
Let me think for a second. Against everything we've been doing.
Against Dreamstone, against the pesticides, against innocent people?
I would rather not think about that.
Okay, that's good. That's what I'm hoping.
Thank you, Lucky Good March. They're very confused. This is a new feeling for them.
I can imagine. If you need to talk, you've got my number.
We'll be in touch, no doubt. And then they put down their Dreamstone.
I like to imagine that because of the age of Lucky's phone, like the call cut out like 5 times in the middle of it, and you had to re-say everything.
We're also
It's
underground.
like, with a
3
granite rock
floors.
that you're using as your Dreamstone.
Yeah.
This is more of a
It's not
marble
like
area.
older phones that get signal underground.
I mean, this is where the control room is, so you'd hope they'd have signal.
You'd hope so.
I hope that it gets better the further underground this phone gets because it's nearer to rocks.
All right, Lucky, shall we go find these tapes now
Yes,
that the Conrads are free?
Just so you're all aware, I am going to keep the auto kill bit of the page in case they, go on a robot rampage.
That seems
I just have.
sensible.
I hate to think that I caused that. I was trying to do good, but I might have accidentally caused the apocalypse.
We'll use one of the auto kill buttons if need be.
We'll do one if
If that one doesn't
if
work,
it's
we'll try
even
the other.
worse.
then
we'll
you
do the
actually
other
cause
one.
the apocalypse.
All right, let's go find these tapes.
So you are heading to the office? Is that where you're going? Okay.
I suppose so, yeah. Can we listen at the door
Yeah, of course.
first?
You make me a perception check.
13.
No, it seems quite quiet in there.
All right,
Can I double check that?
Yeah.
please do. I'm gonna check. Could I have shifted?
23.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could I have shifted beforehand because that would have given me advantage as well.
With the 23,
Yeah.
Badger, you didn't hear anything. Right, you can hear very quiet breathing of a small creature.
Oh no.
What?
Does it sound like Blub?
I mean, you can make a guess that it might be.
Does Blub have lungs?
I
think
feel we had
we've
this
had a
conversation last
conversation
week.
about it.
Maybe.
I think we might have
'Cause
had
we-
this
No,
conversation
that was it, because
already.
we wanted to waterboard them or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? This was my idea, wasn't it?
No, I didn't think we wanted to. We just might have
Accidentally.
done when he
That
was
was it.
drenched
It was
in
the.
blood.
It was a yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was waterboarded
Yeah.
by ogre blood. Glad you.
Yes, that's what happened.
Bloodboarding,
Get up
as it's
to
also
when I'm
known.
not here.
Alex chainsawed an
And
ogre's legs, and I got the blame
and
for it. For
Lucky
some
was
reason.
underneath the ogre's legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Blub.
Of course, the war crimes were Dakmar's idea.
I'm not the one who does work. Nightbot, thank you. That's not what I meant. I don't do war crimes. One of my fish does war crimes. His name is Mr. Grumpy, and he should be in the International Criminal
Anyway,
Court.
you hear what sounds like could be a little bit of breathing from inside the room.
I sort of seeing that your reaction to this, I passed that red gem. Just in case.
Okay.
That
feel
you
like-
dispelled the magic on.
That's normally not permanent, but on items.
When should it go back to normal? I do not know that.
I don't know.
Check the spell, Alex.
See how long
Yes.
it dispels it for.
In that case, if Rod tells us that Blub might be in there now, I will shift.
Blub might be in there.
I'm the
Doesn't actually
dialogue
say.
bitch. 3 bitches to fuck up.
One creature, object, or magical effect within range.
What's the duration of the spell, Alex?
Instantaneous. So I think it is literally just like. Pops.
Okay, so but then it's
It feels
permanent.
like it'd be permanent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's for the sake of it. This.
Yeah.
I
particular item,
feel
that's
I
how it
feel
is.
like Badger
Yeah.
wants to kill the Mushroom Man, rather than trap him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Badger wants to kill the Mushroom Man, but also the description of the spell. The
Mushroom
spell
Man?
ends. The Mushroom Man.
The mushroom.
Who lives on-
man.
Do you know the
The
Mushroom
one,
Man,
the one who lives in
Alex?
Fungus Lane.
Yes.
Not the one from Fungus Among Us.
Yes. That's a separate one.
No, it is. The spell
Okay.
the spell ends. So
Yeah.
it would make a magic
Are we
object
heading inside the
non-magical.
room?
I am heading inside the room. Rat's currently in front of me, probably.
And Gulo, are you there as well? Whilst Lucky is like making their way back out of the.
I think I'm just going to be like hanging out in the hall as sort of like lookout.
Right. You head on into the room, and doesn't seem to be anything that you can see in here. Yeah.
So we're like
yeah.
inside the
So
room.
you're
now.
standing on
Okay.
like a very gorgeous looking elven rug. There's this kind of turquoise chaise longue in one side of the room, and then a desk. It's very minimalist.
With another very
There's a
visible document.
on it.
Can we go look at the visible
Yeah,
document?
you can.
Can I make a perception check to try to find either like sniff out or spots what might be doing the breathing?
Okay. So first of all, the document is written in Elvish. If anyone,
I can't speak Elvish.
No, me neither. Also,
Okay.
Sam, could you go back to the maps
Oh,
and
yeah,
updates for
mhm.
the stream, please? Thank you. I'll make my perception check. 14.
should you all be in the room? You're all
We're in the
not
room.
the one that I can see.
The badgers are in the room.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
badgers in the room.
Team
we
Badgers
were,
in the room.
Yeah,
we
we're
were
not.
like on our way.
just- I think it's just.
Yeah,
Oh,
moving in.
yeah. There you go.
14. You were looking
Yeah.
to see what was causing the noise. There
Yeah.
does seem to be an indication that this is a creature you've heard before. and seems to be coming from somewhere around the desk.
I will go over and investigate the desk as well.
Yeah. Even without rolling, you can see that the desk has two drawers on it. That both seem to be locked.
Rod should have punched the drawers.
I mean, I was thinking about clawing them.
You claw one, I'll punch the other.
Oh, sounds good.
I'm gonna punch the drawer.
I think this is going to escalate to just like picking locks with headbutting.
Just burn the desk.
25 to hit.
A 14 for me.
Who's looking at the left and who's looking at the right?
I think I'm on the left and Rat's on the
Yeah,
right.
I'm on the
based
right.
the map.
If we're like behind the desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rat, as you like claw at it with your 20 plus, you watch as the lock inside seems to be jimmied out and pops open. Doesn't seem to be anything in there that is living. You can see that.
But is anything making a sound?
There's a small watch that's ticking. And a glasses case.
Okay. Is the watch attached?
No, it's
to
just like a
anything?
strapped watch that's just kind of laid out on its own.
Okay.
We should take that, Rat.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just steal all of her things. I rolled a 14 to
A
hit the
14
other
to
side,
hit.
Sam.
With a 14, it is gonna pop open, and I'm gonna require you to make me a dexterity save.
That's okay. I'm pretty good at this. 16.
16 doesn't make it. As you see the small
That's
face of Blub inside, just going, "It's you," and casts fireball, at you.
That would get Rat as well,
sorry,
probably.
it wasn't fireball. It was another one that is more. Is 20
Because
feet.
fireball's a
It was
20 foot
feet.
radius. Yes.
Yes.
Fireball would
Yes.
probably fill this room.
And probably kill him, more to the point.
Also that, yeah, which I'm okay with, but
Just flambeing himself.
No, it wasn't
like-
fireball for that specific reason.
Burning
where is
hands?
it? It's gone. Agonazer's Scorcher. That was the one.
Yeah.
Is just another
okay.
one. It's the same save.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take
Yeah.
46 points of fire damage as you watch this
Fucking hell.
beam of fire being pointed out by this small little mushroom. What are you doing here? You're meant to be.
I'm just
Can
gonna
we just like kill the mushroom?
I'm just gonna growl at him and
Yeah.
make 3 strikes.
You can do that, absolutely. I make 3 strikes against Blub.
I keep Yep.
Oh, we're not going to try the blub grenade.
I don't know what that means, Alex.
There was a
19
conversation about
hits?
ripping his head off and throwing
A
it.
19 does hit.
I don't remember this conversation.
A 19 does hit.
19 for 8 points
Okay.
of slashing damage. And then I didn't take a long rest, so I don't know how many key points I have left. Let me double check that. Oh, I didn't use any last time. That's very convenient. So that's then 2 unarmed strikes for natural 20 and a 16. So, ouch. That is going to be for the natural 20. That is. Where is my plus? That is going to be 15 points of bludgeoning for the natural 20 and another 6 points for the second.
Okay.
hit.
You punch this small mushroom that's hiding in a drawer. And you can see that in his other arm he's holding a floppy disk. You're not meant to be here.
Rat, do you want to get in on this?
I'm gonna take the floppy disk. You can keep punching him.
You're gonna
Sounds
try
like a
to
plan.
take the floppy disk from him. Okay.
Yeah.
Rat's got the highest strength out of the party, so that
Yep.
seems sensible that,
Of
that she's the
course,
one who
yep.
tries that.
It'd be really embarrassing if you lose to like a 3-inch tall mushroom man. to be fair.
Yeah, what do you want me to roll for just taking?
We're gonna make contested strength checks on this. So I need you to make me a strength check, and I will make one, and we'll see who rolls the highest.
Okay.
Blub's gonna be secretly hench.
18.
It just rips open and just like muscles bulging.
18. Blub rolls a 17. You got 19. 19 minus 2. Okay, so you grab this floppy disk out of his hand, and then like it's weird, right? Because it's not like a solid disk; it's a floppy disk that you've got. That's just kind of flopping around. It's
Like the inside of
yeah,
a floppy disk.
yeah, but like the whole thing is just
Okay.
flopping, and
I was just imagining it's like a cheese slice.
yeah, it is. It's kind of like
An engraved
an
cheese
engraved
slice.
American cheese slice. Blub with this is gonna jump out of the drawer and try and make a run for it. Go for it.
Attack of opportunity, please. That is a
That hits.
19 to hit. Max damage. That is wrong character sheet. 13 points of slashing damage with the sickle.
Hannah, are you doing the same?
And I'll yell out, "Blub's coming!"
The other two are here? What?
We have to go past their fucking cells, you dumbass!
He's not the most clever.
No, he clearly isn't. I'm so mad I felt that inside check on him, Sam. You don't understand how angry that makes me.
Hannah, were you taking an attack of opportunity as well? Because you would have been in range, like grabbing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna claw.
I love how
Nice.
much you both hate him.
18 to hit.
Infuriates me.
And then 8 of damage.
Nice. We both rolled max damage for their attacks of
So
opportunity.
Blub runs out into this, like, into the corridor, sees Gulo and Lucky, and is like, "Fuck, Lucky! I thought we were friends."
I have not at this point done anything to disprove that, unlike you, who swapped me for a doppelganger.
I did
Oh,
nothing
and,
of the sort.
Like,
Well, who did then?
I don't know. I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. How convenient.
That's what.
This conversation, Alex just going, and blight. Absolutely makes
Which
sense.
you can do, of course.
yep. He is considered a magical plant, so he makes a
Okay.
save at
What do you
disadvantage.
need me to save?
Con save.
Did we confirm that he's a magical plant, even though he's more closely related to magical animals?
Yes, but
Yeah.
by D&D classifications, he is a
He
magical
rolled a
plant.
9.
Okay, and the other thing about dealing blight on plants is it does max damage. So that will be a juice. So 8 times 8 is, I believe,
Yeah.
64 damage.
So he takes 64 damage. Perfect. Describe your blight. How does that look?
I'm just imagining it's just this little tiny mushroom. He just like desiccates and just flops over, just instantly. It's like all the water's been extracted from him. He's just like,
Turns into the skin person from Doctor Who.
Well,
Moisturize me!
I've just freeze
as,
dried him,
like,
basically.
You do this, and he's still standing. Like, he's taken all of that
God's sake.
blight.
Jesus Christ.
Blub's a level 20 sorcerer. He's like a powerful little shit. Which is...
Lucky, it's your time to fuck this
Lucky,
bitch.
You wouldn't do this, would you? And at that point, you're going to watch as he uses a bonus action to summon 2 myconid adults into the field. So you watch as 2 larger myconids just start to appear behind them. And will appear there, hopefully. Come on, appear for them.
I saw one of them and then it
Yeah, I
vanished.
can see one.
Yeah.
There we go, that should be 2 of them coming in now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you go
Yeah.
back to the map as well? So
there we
people
go.
can see
There are
it?
two Myconids
Thank
that
you.
are on the field now as well. Lucky, don't. We're friends. Don't do this.
Here's the thing. Is the thing, Blub. Friends don't let friends be kidnapped by doppelgangers, and then I cast spiritual weapon next to him, and yes, my stick, spiritual stick.
The implication that Blub is a level 20 sorcerer and yet also a child just makes me angrier. Because you said he just summoned 2 adult Myconids. Oh, okay. I was like, he called his parents because we were bullying him.
Bullying.
And these Mike and his parents are just really hench mushrooms.
Yes.
I'm hearing inside side note that Sam is
Yes,
on
I am.
mute, possibly.
Thank you for that. That was casting of a spell. Okay, what level do you cast that at?
What have I said? It was going to be 4th level.
Okay. You watch as this little mushroom watches a spiritual weapon appear and cast counterspell, and stops it. I was like, "Don't do this, Lucky."
That was only a bonus action to cast spiritual weapon. You can still cast another spell.
In that case, I will. Oh gosh. I will. I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt at him.
Okay.
I'm guessing he doesn't counterspell that.
Can't do it.
You can't. The reaction.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'll stop metagaming.
I mean, it's the theme of the session, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that is for 1927.
27. You watch as like this small little Myconid is like barely standing at this point and gives a little the play we did together. How could you do this? And then is gonna use a legendary action to kill both of the Myconids.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And regain hit points from them. So let me
Can't believe Blub is the
remind
big
myself
bad.
how many hit points that is. Thank you very much. So they're going to disappear. Let me do that. I then need you to all roll me initiative because you've all had a little shot. And then you hear a voice from another room go, "Well, you're finally here. Blub, I thought you could have handled this." Right, I'll get that all in. I will get rid of my Myconids. And then from the room to across from the office, you will see Lady Cirilla appear. And now I just need to make sure that everyone's on my combat tracker. Blub is still about there. Right. What did we all get?
I believe like a 3-inch tall man tanked a level 4 blight to the face that did max damage.
Okay,
It's okay. This is what the wish
20 to
scroll is
25.
for.
15 to 20.
17.
For Badger.
16.
For Lucky.
You get 16 as well, right? Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Gulo? 8.
8.
Just for those viewing, if you were thinking of donating, now's the time where we could use help.
Alright, and just make sure I get the ladies in, which is going to be... Oh, I didn't know so good. Right. Okay, Badger. You're up front first at this point.
Okay. That makes me incredibly happy. I'm going to... Hold on. Measure. Or should I? God, it would make it anticlimactic, wouldn't it, if I blew her head up now?
I think you should save that till the very end. Like, we beat Blub. She's like, ha ha ha, and then...
I'm gonna move...
Well, like, at least wait till Blub's right next to her to blow her head up.
Well, I'm guessing that's about 45 feet moving there, Sam?
Let me check.
I think that's how I measured
Where
it.
are you going to? From where you are on that carpet?
No, I was next to the
Yeah,
desk.
about
I've
40
moved to
feet,
the
yeah.
carpet. Okay. In that case, 15-foot cube. I think that would just get him. Yeah. I am probably going to cast a level 3 thunder wave at Blub. So it's a 15-foot cube emanating out for me. He gets to make a
Okay, no
Constitution
worries, give me
saving
a
throw.
sec. I managed to shut all my windows that I needed, so we'll get those back open.
That might help.
What was the con save?
It's a
save,
con save, yeah.
He makes 7.
Nope, DC 18. So that is going to be 6d8. That is 10, 23, 27 points of thunder damage. And is pushed 10 feet away from me, which I think gets him pushed into the, like, where the door opening is on the other side-ish?
Yeah, that will be. Yeah. Okay, he gets moved over there.
Yeah, and what did I say? 27
Yep.
points of thunder damage. And then I'd already shifted. Let me check if I have any other bonus actions. Bonus actions. Oh, I have Shiver's hair. I'm then going to make Shiver is going to throw fiery poop at Blub. Because
course,
that's what
yeah.
Shiver does.
Do you mean
Sparrow, you mean?
Sparrow?
Sparrow, sorry. Yes.
Commandeering my
Yes, I am, Alex.
Blizzard spirit.
Deal with it. That's a
That'll
dirty
hit.
20 to hit. Which I believe hits. For another 6 points of fire
6
damage.
points of fire damage. Okie dokie.
And that will be my turn, because I believe it's a bonus action to command. Yeah.
Okay. And look at that. As you did all of that, I got back to where I needed to be. Lucky, that is your turn now.
Yes. Okay. I am going to I'm gonna try and summon a spirit weapon again. Does it happen?
He's not going to counterspell at this point.
Okay. In that case, I am going to stab him with it.
That will reach him. So is this another thing on a stick?
It's always a thing on a stick.
It just gets more things added to it every time
Yeah.
you
Just
kill
like the remnants
something.
of like a spectral goose on this stick. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main one.
And a giant Conrad.
No, well, that wasn't lucky.
No, but you can add one.
So sorry, that is a... Oh, no, that was a 1, but it's not a 1. It's a 19.
This is like the most, like, delicious themed Pandora charm bracelet. It's like...
That's 27 to hit. And it's not going to be much damage, but it is for 18.
18 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
It's, well, yeah, I got
For
very
a bonus
near that.
action spell.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get like 6.
Lucky, can you
Fair
describe how you kill your little friend?
Yes!
I guess, so the thing on a stick materializes whilst hurtling towards Blub and just kind of like pins him into the door.
No.
You know, the most tragic, so he's like holding it.
I thought we were friends.
We were, Blub. Maybe in another life we still would be. But, well, if I'm honest with you, you've got a lot of making up to do.
No.
Also, it was pretty shit as little too.
No.
That's uncalled for.
He rolled bad at, like, most of his performance checks, Sam. No, it's not.
Performance not great on his character sheet. Watching as this little mushroom has died, Lady Sorella is going to take a legendary action as well, and is going to cast. That doesn't go far enough. So it's going to move into the room at this point. They're going to move. How far can she go?
As a legendary action?
You're right, because she can't do it. I was forgetting that it was still at that point. She's going to wait. Nothing she's going to...
Her legendary action is to walk forward.
I wonder what she's
Nothing
trying to
that
do.
she can do.
I don't know, but I don't think Gulo wants to be anywhere near
Right, that
her.
is your go.
Do you think we should keep her in that room that she's in?
I think we should just fuck her up.
As you
Well,
look
that
into
too.
this room as well, I have actually frozen now this time on the stream. As
Yep,
you
you have.
look into the room, you can also see that there are a number of clocks and stopwatches and similar things like that.
Oh fuck!
Right, it's your go. My microphone is still working. I can see it at my end.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. Will 45 feet take me out of the room? It will, right?
It got me to the carpet,
Just about.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really big room.
So Lady What's-Her-Face still isn't in range,
No, not
right?
for any. Not for any melee.
Okay.
Melee. You could cast. You've got a couple of spells where she'd be in range. So you've got your Erupting Earth. You could also do Entangle, which might make her stuck
I mean,
there.
Erupting Earth might also bury some of the clocks and stopwatches and things that we're unsure about.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go for Erupting Earth?
I think that's sensible because you're not raging yet, so
Yeah.
might as well cast the spell.
13 dexterity. Does it hit?
So is that you need her to make a save?
Dex save.
That's
so,
going
yeah.
to be a 16, unfortunately.
Well,
Yeah.
she'll take half damage. Do you want me to add the 20-foot
Yes,
cube?
please. That would be really
Sam?
helpful.
Yeah.
Because I also need to get my spreadsheet back that had all my stuff on it. Is that everything for you at that point? You tell me how much damage.
It's not letting me add it
Okay.
for some reason.
I'll get to it. Don't worry.
That's really
Is there
strange.
anything else I can do?
Do you want me to check? Let me see. Badger. Nope. Rats.
Are we still trying to get this floppy disk out to the world, or are we just focusing on fighting for now?
I mean, if we can, but we can also do it
Yeah.
after we've dealt with her. You could go into a rage now, so that if she tries to hit you with anything,
Good shout.
it might reduce some of the damage.
Yeah. I'll rage now.
I have now made a bunch of things. There was just a really long delay on the
That's
the
fine.
things.
Did you tell me how much damage you took? I haven't got that.
Oh yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Where's that gone? $22 damage.
Okay, perfect. And that brings us on to Gulo. It's now your turn.
Okie dokie. So I have the problem of druids is that there's so many options, and I could summon 16 more wolves, but I want to mix it up a bit. So let's not do that.
Also, don't do
I'm keeping this in mind for our next campaign, even though Alex isn't going to be playing a druid.
Right. What's she wearing, by the way?
She is wearing like a long gown. Does she have any studded leather? That's really it.
Okay, so technically the studs
Yes.
are still metal. Okay, let's just throw down a how high a level should we go? Well, she's the final boss. Let's throw down a 5th level heat metal. So on the studs. So she will then take sorry. Oh, ignore that roll, that wasn't heat metal. 22 points of fire damage. And she can't drop her armor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like drive my wheelchair like into the doorway to kind of block her from exiting.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I will get Shiver to finally do something in combat after like the whole campaign. And Shiver will do the Ice Seed attack, which I am just working out how I do now. Range weapon attack, your spell attack modifier to hit, so that is +4. I would presume
Yes,
a 23 will hit. What's 1d6 plus PB? What's PB in this context?
Is this for your
Proficiency bonus,
it's
right?
your proficiency bonus, yeah. Your proficiency bonus.
So it's 4. So okay. So that's 7 ice damage.
If it helps.
And yeah, it's just like a little of basically like a snowball hits
Okay,
in the face.
amazing.
I think
That now brings it to her turn, and she's going to look directly at Gulo, and is going to use a legendary action at the end of her turn. End of your turn, sorry. And you're going to watch as she takes. She's always carrying an hourglass, and she's going to turn it upside down. And I would need you to please make me a Constitution save, please.
Yes,
a
please.
save,
you say? 15?
15 does not make it, unfortunately. So you're going to take... one more of those. 22 points of necrotic damage.
So how much was that?
22.
22. I thought you said 82 for a second. I was like,
But the other interesting thing that happens as she turns this hourglass is you're going to age 24 years. You will be 24 years older now. as she's turned this hourglass over.
Well, that's just uncouth.
I imagine not quite as much of an impact on a dwarf, but
Yeah.
some other creatures might not have been quite so good.
I'm glad I'm not playing like a kobold. Just like I just turn into a
Or a
skeleton.
myconid, which is 24 years. The doors are open, and from where she is, she can see Rat and Badger, I would imagine, from where she is right now. And so is going to cast Finger of Death at Rat. Which, because I have it separately, I'm going to have to Google it. Because she's not on a character sheet or stat block. She's in a book. And we're all the way back out of the books. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. You're going to have to make a constitution save for me, Hannah.
Okay. Oh, for God's sake. 10. Daphne, do I get some sort of advantage on?
No, not
stuff
on
when
con saves,
now?
I'm afraid.
So you're going to take... I'm going to do this digitally because it's a pain to do it anywhere.
It's a lot of... Yeah.
I'm really sorry, Hannah.
This
You're
is a
going to
painful
take
spell.
63 points of damage, necrotic damage, I believe, on that. And that is going to bring us back to the top of the round for Badger. You've just watched as Lady Cyrilla has like stretched out a hand, and you've watched this like death-like energy firing across the room and hitting into your Badger friend.
I think it's time. I will give a moment for the players to object if they would like me to still not use the wish spell, but I think it's time. Because we've already fought one level 20 character and we're level
Go
12.
for it.
Cool. Badger, seeing this, just takes a deep breath, takes out the wish spell, unscrolls it, and says... Do I know Lady Cyrilla's full name? Would I know this sound?
Lady Cyrilla Latin Hill.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I wish for Lady Cyrilla Latin Hill's head to explode into 1,000 little pieces right this instant.
Is that everything that you're saying?
That is everything that I'm saying, unless someone objects right now, because I did tell people this is what I was going to say earlier.
I am not facing you, so I don't think I would have seen you taking out the scroll.
No, but I mean, Alex,
Out of
out of character, I told you this is what I was going to say.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of object, but also it's funny. So
Okay, anything else from Lucky and Rat to you?
Nope.
Gulo, can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Ooh, surprisingly good for me.
Okay,
17.
with a 17, you are gonna be staring straight down as this, the chief executive of Dreamstone, who had just caused this finger of death to fire across the room at Rat, and you watch the smile spread on her face, and then all of a sudden, nothing, as her head pops like confetti, blood, and skull and bone and everything flies everywhere.
Into precisely 1,000
precisely
pieces.
1,000 small little pieces. You don't take any damage from any shrapnel, but you are now covered in viscera, much like Lucky was in the mines, or Doppel Lucky was in the mines. The lady is no more.
Well, that was visceral.
Because Badger's strength now drops to 3, Badger just kind of collapses to the ground for a little while. Very tired.
Well, okay, so
Oh, and I need to roll to see if I can ever cast Wish again.
Does that work if it's a scroll?
I can. I think so. I think it's just the effect of the spell rather than of the spell scroll. I rolled
Well,
a 53, so.
shall we I'll throw up a what's it called? Healing spirit. Just a level 2 healing spirit, so that's 1d6 a round for 10 rounds.
And as we worked
For
out that
who?
time, that's
For who, Alex?
Well, it's like a little area of effect thing. So yeah, it's like so whatever creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time. So basically, you just have to stand on top of the spirit, and it will heal it.
Okay.
So,
I'm just on the floor, so if it's
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
I'll
stay
just
here.
do it sort of overlaps you and Rat particularly, and then we can always move into it.
Sam, you're muted again.
I'm trying to do things and make sure. Thank you, Alex, in the chat for letting us know. In the back of the room, they see a large druid with a large walrus-like mustache say, "Please forgive me."
And precisely what have you done that should be forgiven then? I feel you should tell us in excruciating detail everything.
Is this just to try and see how much Sam's going to give over from what Sam has prepared? But the Archdruid is going to confess to crimes that include like covering up the real intentions of Dreamstone and how they're complicit in involving them in this draconic oath, which is charged with protecting the lands, protecting the dragons, and delivering outreach to people around. They've seen the error of their ways that perhaps large corporations who destroy the lands shouldn't be involved in organizations that are charged with outreach. And
no real life parallels
definitely
there
not.
at all.
No,
No.
definitely not. Who is it? The Science Museum in Lockheed Martin?
Adani and others like that. Yeah.
Too many.
The Archdruid is definitely
many.
not a parallel for a real person.
Good thing we haven't killed him yet.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll confess to those sins.
Oh, and we should probably get that cheese disc over to the crystal as well.
Yeah.
So Rat, you can walk over with this like cheesy, like floppy disc.
What am I doing with the cheese stick? Like just throwing the cheese stick?
Always. I know I've said it before. It's always milk products with you two, Sam and Alex. It's always milk products.
Including me within that.
I didn't say.
Hannah, I'm adding you to this. It's always milk products with you
I didn't say
three.
that it was a cheesy disc like Alex did, and I went with it. For me, it was just a floppy disk. But you can see that there is a small console in which this floppy disk can be inserted. And if you'd like to do this, I need you to make me a kind of sleight of hand check to see if you can get it in.
Sleight of hand. Okay. Dirty 20.
It's fiddly, but you manage to get it in, and you watch as this floppy disk uploads a transcript and a recording of Lady Cyrilla explaining the long-term goals and plans for Dreamstone that include milking whatever they could from the land, metaphorically, Dagmar, before moving their business offshore when they realise there's no more money to be gained in this space. And with the click of a button, Shiver's Dreamstone goes off. Lucky's Granite goes off. Dreamstones all across Tezzerath go off as this information is delivered to every single Dreamstone in the land. I think you've done your job. You've provided the people the information that they need, and perhaps over the coming weeks, things will change at Dreamstone HQ. How y'all doing?
Badger's thinking about taking a long vacation.
Can I come with you?
We'll take a boat trip.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I think, yes, this has been a lot.
Lucky?
It's been a hectic, week, maybe? Very hectic week. I think I'm just gonna go on a nice walk. How far is it back to Florid's Harvest, I wonder?
It'd take you a good week, I think, to have that.
You know, Lucky knows exactly how many steps it would take to do that walk.
It was a rhetorical question.
As you head back outside, you're greeted with the crowd that were there as you headed on in, who were excited to know what exactly you'd got on, how you'd got on the inside. Angelina Poppers is there, ready for any stories you might have to take back to the CLB. And with that, we're going to bring the campaign to a close. But just before we do, the Draconic Oath, knowing what has happened to the four of you in the mines, and the four dragons knowing, are open to the opportunity for you to take on some new dragons under your wing, metaphorically. Not a decision to be made now, for something for you to think about. And that's where we'll close off.
I would clap unravel myself.
My God, yeah. Thank you, Sam. That was fantastic. Very nice, rewarding ending that I've been looking forward to for a week. I think, yeah, this was really great. I hope everyone else also had a lot of fun. Danny, anything you want to say, either about this experience or about where people can find you on the internet, or both?
Well, I think I think it's been a phenomenal 6 weeks. It's been a lot of fun bringing Lucky to life. So thank you very much for having me. Thank you for giving the opportunity for Letters to a Pre-Scientist to get some exposure, some sponsorship.
Yeah.
I got a letter from my pen pal earlier this week, and she signed it, "Your friend Gigi," which was adorable and melts my heart. So they're doing some really good, wholesome things. And I exist on Twitter at Dan P Stones if you want to say hello.
Yeah. And just a note, we will be fundraising for Letters for a Pre-Scientist for the rest of the month. So we have our charity stream next week, and we might have some streams in between as well, because our next campaign doesn't start for another month or so. Hannah, anything you'd like to say?
Thanks so much for having me. It's been a brilliant 4 out of 6 weeks, and I really enjoyed it. Particular highlight was stealing a boat.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Hannah_SciArt.
Alex, what are you up to lately? Anything to say about the campaign?
I'm trying to find a new car because mine's still broken.
You have a car, hit Alex up.
Or I guess, could people commission you for art, which you can see,
Yes, people should commission me for art.
Help Alex.
Give me money,
buy a
I will
new
give you
car.
art, and then I will spend it on a car, which will cost me a lot of money.
Alex will
yes.
need a car because this summer we're going to some science festivals, and cars are useful to get places.
Yes, they are.
Are any of them sponsored by mattresses?
Don't currently know yet. Don't currently know.
I hope not.
Inly.
Last year, one of these science festivals we're going to was sponsored by Lockheed Martin, so
I'll just turn up in my new like jump jet, just like.
Alex is also sponsored by Lucky Magic. This is a little known fact.
Yes. Not the show, just me specifically.
Yes. Very rude. They won't buy you a car.
I know, it's just mean. Yes, you can find me at Alex J Holt on Twitter. Where I do art and say nonsense. Not necessarily in that order. Yes, and this has been a lot of fun, and just Sam chaos revenge time. Good. Brain gone now. Bye.
Yep. It was enjoyable to deliver some of Sam's brand of chaos to him.
Yes.
with our characters. You can find me at DJ Vaidman on Twitter. Sam, how about yourself?
Well, first of all, yeah.
How are
first
you
of all,
feeling?
like this is the first campaign stuff that I'd ever really done and gotten to the end of. So thank you to Darkmore and Alex for letting me do that, and thank you Danny and Hannah for being great players and characters to bring along for the ride. So much fun. Thank you to folks in the chat, particularly Hogan, Alex, Chaotic Brain Person, who are always here and saying hi and participating in our conversation in the chat and adding in absolute nonsense. Yeah, in terms of other things, none of my stuff's really social media based that I do otherwise. Like at the moment, I've got a huge project coming up at the end of April that if you are a European-based researcher, I want you involved, or a European-based science communicator or engagement person of any sorts, I'd like you involved. You can head to @ScottishSciComm or @GlobalSciShow to find out more about that on Twitter. But yeah, otherwise I'll be back Friday with some video games on the stream as well, which last night was absolutely hilarious when my horse got run over by a tram, as normally happens on Red Dead Redemption. But yeah, thank you folks. Had so much fun, really enjoyed it.
Very good. And because it's the end of the campaign, I do also want to give a shout out to our Patreon supporters, one of which is Sam himself. Thank you, Sam. But also a big thank you to Chris Hogan, Vikram Baliga, Timo Kramer, and Charles Alkai. Thank you so much for helping us keep the show going. You have enabled us to buy a gift for our lovely players, which is a special set of druid-themed dice, which will be going out to them very soon. They also enabled the giveaway we ran in the past week, so thank you very much. Science and Sorcery will be back definitely on the 24th. We might have something next Wednesday, but we need to have a chat, because we haven't planned anything yet. Our next campaign, Witness to Ruin, will be starting on the 15th of March. Players for that will be announced, say, next week, Sam?
Yeah,
Should we do next week?
Yeah.
Announce some players next week. And we're going to have a fun game where we're going to reveal character silhouettes, and we're going to make you try to guess what those characters might be and who might be playing them. So keep an eye out for that. But first, Patreon, tomorrow you will get an update to hear who those players are and the first of these silhouettes. Everyone else, keep an eye on Twitter. You'll find out
Spoiler
there.
alert that two of the players are me and Alex. No.
I mean, obviously, I can get rid of them. It is Who Said Science Sorcery Pokemon. You're right. And I'm just going to put this out here again, Alex, in the chat. You're going to love one of these characters. It's something we promised to you during the last campaign. That's all I'm going to say. You can find Science and Sorcery at Science Sorcery on Twitter and at Science and Sorcery everywhere else that we exist. And we'll see you next week. Have a good night, folks.
See ya.